Okay, RP cards are up. The first. It's been a while since I've been here. Well, it's time to bring in my party members. Some are from the other side, so they naturally should have bodies here. Let's see if this works. Schemingway.
Ah, oh! Ow! Okay. Okay, a little bit more forceful than I expected, but, well, we're here. And it's very blue. Extremely blue, actually. Jeez.
Yeah, well, we've got a job to do. Don't slouch.
Well, I mean, I'm trying not to.
Darkness. Is that you? It's been quite a while since I've seen you last.
Oh,
counterpart.
hey.
Hi. Could I help you with anything?
Better stick near Ryder.
Let's see. Not
You looking-
really straight away.
I mean, are you looking for somebody in particular? Any way that I can point you to?
We do need to find the counterparts of the others, but I don't know how to go about it.
Give me a second on that, will you, please?
Okay, go right ahead.
Hey, Schemingway.
Mm-hmm.
So give me the list one more time.
Aside from the ones you already have in your pack, which is Eva and Victor, were you looking for Booncha-cha, Bella, and Crystal, I believe?
Bella, I think I saw her right in the marketplace.
The marketplace.
Perfect.
Sitting up by the cafeteria area up there. I haven't seen much else, nearby, but I could, go with you guys if you would like.
Sure.
Right this way.
Of course. I'm new to this environment.
Yes,
honestly,
we'll be along in just a moment. How about you meet us there?
Right, of course. To you, Warrior of Darkness.
Okay, so they call you that here. Alright, good, I got the
Yeah,
name included.
and it's best you follow along. Got it?
I will. Besides, I just tend to call you Ryder
Victor.
anyway. Nope. It'll take a minute for it to pop out. See, you're prepared for it.
That was very, very fucking cramped feeling.
You'll get used to it in time, Vic. Don't worry.
I was fine. You just tossed me out like it was such garbage.
Eva!
Used to the aether around here. It's the wave here, right?
I'm never gonna get used to being put in objects.
Well, in time you'll get used to it. Look, get up, will you?
I mean, that implies you have it happen often enough for it to get used to.
Okay.
No, yeah, I'm not, proud of it. You want to see that thing I got turned into? What I was talking about? Did I sound crazy?
in a
No,
moment.
we don't have
Later.
time.
In a moment, we have people
Everyone-
to find.
Everyone, go ahead and give me your white ore sights.
Oh, there, that way we have
Okay.
spares.
No, because in the case I don't lose them, because I can't get you back home otherwise.
That's also true. That's also true.
Come on, let's go.
I guess by
Oh.
technicality, I'm an endangered species here.
It's
Just-
just if you don't
I don't
say
know.
anything weird, scheming way.
Yeah, no, I won't. I won't. It's fine.
You're just a strange magical creature we happen to find on the side of the river.
Greetings and salutations.
I'm a minion. It's fine.
Hey.
Hello.
Greetings.
Oh,
Quite some new
even
faces.
she has a counterpart here, huh? Huh.
I will disregard what you said. How can I be of assistance today? I've heard that
I'm
you are
looking for. I'm looking for a couple of friends here.
Well, I see no harm in bringing yourself over to, the gathering area. Quest and food is brought.
Thank you. Greatly appreciated.
No problem.
Man, it's been a long time since I've seen this place.
See Warrior of Darkness here.
Oh, yeah, I miss coming here, actually.
Well, do bask in its embrace.
I do. Novarand has always looked really nice.
Novarand? I'm assuming that's the region name. Best to pick up what knowledge I can before I have to speak. Which is at least nice. That looks like Booncha-cha.
Huh?
Hmm.
Hey, look!
Yeah, that looks like our girl. Or one of them.
Uh-huh. Excuse me a minute.
Very well.
Hey there, hi. Excuse me, ma'am. Could I have a word?
Oh, I suppose.
Huh.
Right. Hey there. Warrior of Darkness. Pleasure to meet you.
Thought you looked kind of familiar. Haven't seen you, or haven't heard of you being around in quite some time.
There have been some imposters and lookalikes, but very few and very rare.
Most
Yeah,
heroes
well.
tend to.
Yeah. People try to look like me, but they just can't match my cheesy bacon spirit.
Well, pleasure to meet you as well.
Were you interested in some jewelry, perhaps? Protective
Okay.
charms, icons?
I have one hell of a jewelry thing I think you'll definitely be interested in.
Oh,
Very odd.
intrigued.
You'll find it oddly
Is there any-
familiar to you.
They do
Here.
Friendly.
Doubtful, but...
The moment you touch it, it happens.
Best to let Ryder handle everything at least. For now.
So, what do you think?
I really want to pick you up.
Please don't. This isn't the time.
No. Is everything alright?
Once we've gotten everybody we need, then maybe.
Warrior of
Peachy.
Darkness, I brought over Bella for you.
I will need a moment, but thank you, Ryder.
Sure.
Huh.
Wow. She
Yeah,
looks
I'm
even
aware.
stunning over here.
Dude, you're embarrassing us in front of the Viera.
Warrior of Darkness, please.
Sorry, Warrior of Darkness, I helped fight back the light here and stuff.
Yes, we have heard all about the tales and have met you.
You
multiple
sound
times.
the least convincing possible, but at least you look the part.
Sorry about
You
that.
think I should get... Just like it's...
Yes.
Right.
You look like
So
you're ready to
you're-
punch someone, Bella.
I don't think we can keep that case.
Well, I was
He's being-
interrupted from waiting for somebody, but I guess if
Look,
this
they
is more
probably
important...
recognize him anyway, it's fine.
Even just like her, too, huh? Right. Sorry, but I've needed to borrow you for a moment, if all possible.
What is needed of me, Warrior of Darkness?
Well, you see, it's crazy, but I found one hell of a crystal.
Salutations and greetings.
Good morning. What brings the Warrior of Darkness here? Good to see you again, old friend.
Good to see you as well.
Hey,
Oh, shit.
I don't know why you all keep calling me that. Nabathkar is the full name. Please.
it's a mouthful.
That's
A little
the
bit.
bother.
I mean, it's. I have a lot of pride in my
I like
family's
this one
name.
better.
Sorry, Nebraska.
You're fine. Don't worry.
Is it
I'm
me?
not trying to cause strife with any of you.
Is it me, or did he really
It is
clean
quite
up here?
painful for you to uphold
Punches
your
your...
name.
Are you whispering with a damn bullhorn?
You forget
Christ,
your
Mom.
voice so
Conspicuous.
Interesting to see
yeah.
the warrior of
Right,
Dark
on to
Regardless.
business. Miss Bella.
He forgets his voice
Could you
can
take a
shatter
look at this?
glass.
And Light Warden's
I'm going to
evidently.
head back over to the clinic.
Interesting.
Looks like he's in need of information. Please remind him that we in fact have a library he could use.
I don't think he can read, but you know.
I believe in him.
The moment you touch it.
I mean, I can,
He's
but
happy.
I can certainly read, but that's beside the point.
So what's a guardsman doing here? Aren't you supposed to be, you know,
Easy
manning
now.
the fucking gates?
I'm not a guard, I'm a hunter.
Oh,
Poor one.
Might take you a
Distinguish
couple
myself.
minutes.
Oh, please.
Do you have
Yeah,
my
right.
backpack?
At least I'm not poor in character like some.
What in the...
I own a mercenary guild. I'm not poor. I give a lot of money to my soldiers.
I
Is
said
there something
poor
wrong?
in character.
Maybe I don't know what poor in character
More
is.
a
I'm going to
heads,
have this stowed someplace. I cannot carry this
more of
bloody
a
thing.
heads up on why we're here than anything
Got
else.
it.
It means you're a piece of shit.
Do you need somebody
We
to carry
shouldn't
it
talk
for you?
about it here. Let's go over to the
Yeah,
clinic
I'm-
first.
You know,
Yes.
I'm getting the full
own
picture.
dickhead.
Announce where we're going to the world, please.
Oh.
Hey.
When the time calls for it.
Come. Bunchacha, let me help you.
I'm quite grateful to
Oh,
my man
right.
and not a dick like somebody.
Not as
Sturdy as you are.
You
trained.
both carry great feats for yourselves.
I'm annoyed.
Joyful.
You provide
You
And yet
both
oddly
provide
relieved.
in your own ways.
look. We're only just here for a couple days anyway. Don't worry.
Understood.
Wait.
The client shows. Tell him I'm preoccupied with something else. Is that clear?
Yes, ma'am. Yes.
Very good.
Got you.
All right, Bella.
Wait, when we're done here, how are we meant to extract the source soul?
Yeah.
What if they merge?
All right,
Are
Bunchacha.
we then just taking
We'll
the
head to the clinic
first
first.
and source version back?
Oh, very
Or
well.
how would that work? No, their bodies are.
Okay,
Big heroes back in town.
individuals they are looking for are bound to show up, if that is the case.
Let's go, guys.
Well,
Yeah.
maybe some
Oh,
do not wish
sorry.
to get caught in such affairs. But maybe later. You never know.
You are the worst.
Huh? What do you mean?
Very inconspicuous.
Moment of this.
I mean, you're over here having not bought boots.
Yeah, you have no shoes on, you weirdo.
Get stronger feet.
Listen, okay, I don't know.
How
You gotta people around
inconspicuous
lives
can
on the
we be?
loads,
You're the bloody warrior of darkness.
with a creature
Yeah,
that many
I don't
people
deal
have
with
likely never
ignorant
seen.
Tend to draw a crowd where
just announcing to the world.
even in
Ah, let's go.
Well, everyone
Shut
knows
the
me
fuck
due to
up
what I've
about
done.
it.
Everyone knows me due to what I've done here. What's the big deal?
True, you're asking a celebrity to
That's
stay
the big deal.
inconspicuous. I don't know why.
Now, have we found everybody? I think we need to find what? Are we missing anyone?
We're still missing.
I don't believe I
Two?
saw the full list of whomever we were bringing with us.
Quickly, Schemingway, the
everybody.
list.
All right, we have everybody here except for Crystal, I believe.
I didn't even see hide no hair of Crystal's look-alike here.
Hmm.
We
This is
have
gonna be a
to them
challenge.
soon.
Maybe. Let's head to the clinic first.
Yes.
Indeed.
We can have pleasant
run into her
chats
there.
and get some good knowledge.
Oh, everything about this experience is unpleasant, unfortunately.
At least it's just a small staircase as opposed to a friggin' tower's worth.
Hey, it's my old friend!
Huh?
Oh no.
I may not be able to see over it just yet, so I don't know who he's referring to. Oh,
What is that?
huh. Fair enough.
Hey, Boontacha! Hold this a moment.
Oh, come on.
If that crystal is correct, they are very different from your
Victor,
world.
help Boontacha,
Here.
will you?
Let me see. Tries to lift it.
Oh.
All right.
We should find some place to store it.
Well, if nothing else, this will be good leg exercise.
I heard you were coming.
Yeah! Let me look at you, Doc. It's been a long while.
I got the white coat now.
Huh. So you've gotten upgraded.
So that's...
Well,
not so much an
upgrade, more a side grade.
I'm gonna ignore the fact your chin's doing a thing, Doc.
Don't worry about it.
Got it. Anywho, so...
We'll ignore that.
I haven't seen you since the time you've helped me out with the princess.
Yeah, you've gone for a while, and then, we wondered if you were coming back. And then I just heard, while I was doing some research, that, you showed up. He's going down to inform them that you're coming to do some research, so they can be ready for that.
Excellent. If that's the case, I'll definitely have to swing by when I'm done with business, Doc. I'd like to check up on things.
Yeah, so what brings you here? I was told you were looking for answers?
One of our friends have gone awry and, sort of thought if I came here I might find an answer as to why and what we could do to solve it.
Right, which one was that?
You probably know him since he was with us. You remember Atlas by chance?
Yes.
This entire
What's he calling
experience is
them now?
uncomfortable.
I understand.
It's a long story. One that I will have time to explain when
I
I'm done
won't
with
bother you for the
business.
details then.
First time?
Yeah,
Oh, I'm not exactly too sure how you feel, my lady.
but
Well, considering
great
I had
to
a
see
client
you
who was going to
again.
pay me thousands,
Yes,
and now I've been pulled away from this.
I'll put in an order for a cheesy bacon for you.
Hopefully,
Oh, last
in
and
that
alack.
case, we can kill
Glenn.
2 hippogriffs with 1 stone.
I don't mind a cheesy bacon if you got him.
I mean, I don't
Different
have them
animal,
on me,
but
but when I go and get
you know what I
coffee,
kinda
I'll put
mean.
an order in for
2
you.
problems, 1 rock.
Sweet. All right, Doc. Business calls. I'll be back around later.
Yep. I'll see you then.
See ya. Okay, let's go find Eris, I think.
No, I wasn't looking at
Were
anything.
we not going
Right.
into the clinic?
Is this the clinic?
Yes, Ryder.
Well, I
this
mean,
is
if
the
the doctor was standing right there.
Where else would I be?
Yeah,
She makes a good point.
Then we're going to go here. Never mind.
Plus, I
Well,
will
we
not
still have to
lie.
find Eris, so let's go and find him.
Crystal.
Yeah. Plus, I will not lie. I
Crystal.
wouldn't be surprised if the clinic's more interested in me.
Schemingway, can you not say weird things?
Business
Yes.
goes.
Yes. Once I
We're
have free
just going
time,
to
I can
wander
indulge
around
you,
the
I
entire
suppose.
Yeah,
bloody
it's
Crystarium.
Victor, right?
Yep.
Alright.
We sure are.
Plus, I wouldn't imagine people are not too much a stranger to the idea of alternates. Or parallels, what was the phrase? Something.
Schemingway, don't think about it too much, man.
Listen, I'm not gonna
Yeah.
ogle every person I recognize.
Way sillier than mine, you know that?
Good day. Oh, wait.
Memories of another me from another world.
Warrior of Darkness. Welcome
First thing
back.
we see is his face.
Thank you. It's great to be here.
Glad to see you here. Thankfully, everything has been working just fine, and no trouble has been made. But
Then we can settle. How's that sound?
Good.
We got more important business to take care
I
of.
see you have new companions this time. Oh, except that one.
Yes. Yeah.
Yeah.
We're
You could say I'm being pulled away from
here on
client work.
business.
I see. Don't let me take up your time, then. Warrior of Darkness is busy work.
Just need to have a word with the
Right.
Warrior of Darkness. It's
Thanks.
Right. Take care.
Ryder,
excuse me.
you have fans.
I mean, that's inevitable.
Yeah, how can I help you?
Am I gonna give them an autograph?
Ryder, I'll be right back.
Got it,
How
Bella.
to explain?
I will accompany you.
We've
By all
Basically,
means.
he's seen glimpses from a past future of ourselves.
Yeah, well,
Is that normal?
as things keep
Hmm?
coming to
Our future?
Ah, you must be referring to like dreams or something. I've had dreams like that before.
Not exactly.
this
I
is
wouldn't
more like
say that.
visions. More like glimpses, like remembering things that shouldn't. You get this feeling you shouldn't remember something, but somehow you do. It's strange. Like,
If I were you, I would just ignore it.
Oh,
Definitely something you should ignore.
But
very well.
I will say one thing. This
Yeah?
glimpse that I saw,
oh, excuse me, miss.
kind of looked like you were in there.
Thanks.
With sentience?
Hold these.
Like,
Oh,
I'm gonna pull your ear a little bit.
more,
Don't
what's
look
the
inside.
word?
eh.
Not mine.
Look, you're already making
I'm gonna rub the ears like as if I'm trying to feel for anything inside.
They're not a storage device. I don't know why.
I need you to touch this.
Look, once I
Gonna open your mouth.
There.
Why?
She's studying you.
You said she's seen me
I was
in a
gonna say I'm
town.
here on business with the Warrior of
You might learn
Darkness,
something
but
once you touch this.
are you part of the
Yes, I
clinic by
heard.
chance?
Gonna touch
Feeling your whiskers.
The moment you touch it, it happens.
Miss, please.
I like her.
Mm.
Tap tap. Interesting.
I'm just gonna flash you a little card. Don't say my name.
Seconds. Breathe in and out.
Duly noted.
Going on.
Going to pull your tail a little.
Crystal's feeling weird. Here, come
Hey.
with me. Need to borrow her for a moment.
Touching without consent? Goodness.
Come on.
I heard about a rabbit automaton. I'm simply
Well, I'm not.
studying.
As many times
Hmm.
as you say.
Yes, a very advanced automaton. We had found it. We found it kind of wandering around just outside the city. Very delicate materials, it seems. So, try
Where
not
did you
to.
find it wandering from? What direction?
I mean, I'm part of the
Not
Warrior
sure,
of
we were on our
Darkness'
way here.
entourage, if you'll excuse me.
Let's see.
I can save him from saying something embarrassing.
Warrior of Darkness, from what I heard.
Yeah, dude.
Yeah, we kind of gave
Oh, you know this place?
Boy. Well, you were mentioning it.
Sweet, glad to have you back.
I fear my existence here is starting to garner more attention than you.
Well, I'm feeling.
Try not to be so
good.
conspicuous or
What
something.
the hells can I do? Victor
Good
called me an
blanket over him and
automaton.
Ryder.
we'll say he's a ghost.
Ryder.
Hmm?
Would that be our Garlean?
Hmm?
Well, I don't have a crystal for him.
That's not to confuse people, alright?
To the portal with it.
Yeah, we gotta go to the list again. Schemingway, the list.
Yeah, the list was... Well, the list was me, Victor, Iva. We already have those three, that's a definite. Bella, Bunchacha, and... I think you said Crystal, or at least it's written down here as that.
Hi, I'm Ryder.
Which would
that's
be
everybody.
you. Excellent.
So we have everyone.
Yes, we should have everybody we need,
Okay.
barring
Look, I don't
anybody
have a
else who
crystal
wishes
for
to
him.
join us.
I only brought the ones that were for all of us. If you could do something with this guy, though.
Okay, great.
How am I supposed to do something? The more you
Yeah,
darkness, you're the better.
Yeah, friend.
Well,
Sometimes
that?
dreams
They're
can
doing
feel
it.
a little too real.
Oh, with the-
It's better to brush it off unless it happens again. Might be a colder adventure, who knows?
a dream is a one-time thing. Repeats can indicate a pattern, or prophecies.
Guess I'm a bard.
You beat me to it already. Dang it.
Haha.
I'm already. That's funny you say that. I feel like I keep getting that.
Well, I am correct.
I'm sure.
Well,
Then sure.
take time to sit down and think about it in the comfort of your home.
I didn't realize how big this was.
Find a buyer for the thing.
I don't even know my own bloody name for crying out loud.
Oh dear.
Most likely not, especially this part of whatever shenanigans
Well.
he's involved.
One.
Right.
May I
That
ask,
good? That work?
what the hell happened? I know I left early, but what the hell happened when I was gone? I heard something going on, and then just I went home to sleep.
Well, before we all
It's-
left, I placed your memories and everything within the crystals. Remember,
no,
I told you to come-
I mean, yeah, I know about that, but where is Atlas? Can he be here with us?
About
It-
that.
He
What the hell?
had a change of plans. He couldn't come.
It's complicated.
It's really-
right now.
yeah.
We're here looking for answers on how to save them.
Yeah, it is. Reason we're here is related, mind.
Look, if you want an
Anywho,
answer, you turn.
anywho,
the interest
Wait,
of
what?
information gathering.
If you want the really cold hard answer, he kind of went nuts and attacked one of the Power Rangers.
Okay, you're whispering, it's fine.
Oh.
Well, once we presumably will end up splitting up for investigating purposes, I can at least see for the clinic's purposes.
If it isn't the warrior of darkness.
Please tell me we're not about to die. Again.
No. No.
Great.
Don't
Perish
worry,
the
that's
thought.
all past.
Great, so why are you here then?
It would stress you out to know.
I'm here to find a new collective of cheesy bacon.
And there we go.
You would not bring
3 seconds.
you would not
Yeah,
bring
it's
so
the
many
same
people
here.
for just that purpose.
If you just want to give me the short
Well, good to know it's not so different on the other side.
I'm pretty sure nobody noticed.
Right, so your actual reason for being here, please.
Huh?
If you don't tell her, I will.
Would it be more reasonable to
I know I'm going
discuss
to
this,
tell her other self.
like in a
Not in
less
the open,
public
where
location?
everyone's walking. Yeah, I agree. Quick, if you want to know, come with me.
Are we going to walk again to the clinic?
You're lucky I'm curious.
Please tell me we're not going to walk again to the clinic.
We do need to find a
Wasting
newbie.
time.
Right.
I mean, you can keep it buzzing
Where would
out in
he
the public
be?
for everyone to hear.
All right, if you want to come with, we'll go to the marketplace and sit down and stuff. I need to expedite a lot of
Right.
shit.
Yeah. Alright, we can check it out.
These stairs
We'll meet
I'm
you there.
much more I find a lot more appealing, to be honest.
Yeah.
We were going to find him anyway, so might as well.
Yeah, it's cozy here.
Whatever's going on here.
It's cozy, yes. And unfortunately, people are speaking of sensitive issues right out in the open.
Yeah, which I'm not.
Shouldn't be doing that.
Yeah, let us find some place a bit more, well, conducive to talking.
Yes, because I need to know what the hell happened before I came here, or whatever you just opened.
Come along.
Mm-hmm.
If I knew
Oh, don't
I was
worry.
going to be walking this much, I would have arranged for a gondola.
We need a lift.
In fairness, I do share your
Stress?
sentiment, but it's more just the size of the steps than anything.
You get used to it. That's
Yeah.
why the sides are generally having a ramp.
That is useful. In the of information gathering,
Maybe your skills are like.
what are, well, different kinds of races called here?
I mean,
Stop wasting
he has a
time.
point.
Walk and talk and such.
Yeah, true. Let's just find a place to sit down so we can all talk.
Wait. Cha-cha? That's
Yes, dear.
I didn't take you for a dirty blonde.
interesting. Choice time?
I mean, at the very least, I'm not being dragged away to the clinic to be inspected. Even if that probably would help with the Sims 2 investigating.
Are you complaining? She was
No,
fortunate.
no. I'm more pondering.
You pay for treatment like that.
Lady Bella, please do keep an eye and ear out. There's been a dwarf who's been wandering around saying that he's been listening to everything.
I'll keep an ear out. I know how to best around.
Oh.
We need security detail.
We need to make sure people can't just listen in.
It's not like we can exactly rent an inn room for the all of us.
We can. That's what the inn is for.
True point. But, well, we seem to be more in the interest of being here.
don't know. I could be completely wrong. I could be right. Who knows? It's just... yeah, who knows?
Nothing. Anything you need to share?
First off, since I've gathered you all here, thank goodness it didn't take a whole day. We'll need to move on to the more pressing issue now. We're here for answers about our dear friend. We need to figure out exactly where to go to find those answers. Who do we talk to?
Well, first things first, there should be some manner of expert on sin eaters.
I was thinking that, and I've came up with the perfect person. A person that has gone through exactly what Atlas went through. If I could find him.
Understood. Well, where would such a person generally go? Or is there any means of finding them? Any kind of organization?
Does the name Halric sound familiar to you?
I'm currently trying to process 2 different lifetimes of memories, and both of them don't like each other, dear.
Back when I was here along with my comrades and friends, Halric was going through the same things that Atlas was going through. If I find him, then...
do you know how he was healed? Since I'm assuming he has been.
If I remember correctly, I believe it was with a porksy.
Ah, right, yes.
Well, that didn't
Understood. So...
it didn't, yeah.
Who created the porksy in order to heal the person?
Well... I gotta sift through memories. Years ago since I've been here. Okay,
You know what? I think it would be a better question to pose that to the lady who was curious, since Melodia was carrying a book and acting more like a nerd than usual. So, where is she since she said she was curious?
Melodia?
Yeah.
I understand her tits weren't hanging out, but honestly...
That's one way to put it, but alright.
The one with the
one
book.
who bonked me on the head?
The one that was giving me a thorough inspection.
Outlook now.
I'll go track her down and bring her here. You all just stay.
Yeah, I thought she was following us.
By all means, miss.
Why are all of my normal friends out there hot in here? It's not fair.
Now, can I get the rundown of what happened before I left?
Atlas, for some reason, turned into a sin eater. Went wild. There was an attempt to calm him down to try to help him, and then
slam his fist in
something
the table.
happened, at which point his head was taken off.
You want bottom line? Well, yeah, his head was taken off. Long story short, those rangers, rainbow-colored assholes, they showed up. We had a very special stone that they were interested in. We couldn't really keep it hidden from them because they could feel what...
Oh, it was that stone.
We tried... Yeah, we tried to, you know, fight back, dance around the issue. Didn't really work out too well. In the end, I wound up having to give the damn stone.
I can see
to
the men and women of the clinic
who
approaching.
Who in turn used it almost like a power source. Absorbed it. But obviously that much aether flying around at a rapid pace got that other part of Atlas to get really, really, really hungry. Then after the Black Ranger, they had a scuffle. Bella and I tried to jump in and help. things didn't really turn out so well. Granted, a lot of this could have been prevented, but you know,
I
here they
was
come.
under pretty decent agreement to wait for a reaction instead of acting himself. Unfortunately,
I
Zai
brought you
and
the
I
nerd
were
and her
left
personal pincushion.
alone.
That's one thing to
watch
call
him.
it.
Oh,
we
much
were not
larger
strong enough to stop him
entourage
when he
than I was
decided to bolt.
expecting.
I apologize if it's too many. I could always step away.
Of course.
Neb, you're
Feel
fine.
free to stay.
Nebathgar. It's
Of
my full
course.
family's name. I wear with pride.
Apologies, man. Sorry.
You're fine. Don't take it as any form of aggression. Just simple correction.
I will never get used to this. I truly will never get used to how he looks.
Imagine having to work with
He
this.
looks very handsome. What are you talking about?
I do not. Why?
Smack upside the head with fan.
Oh,
the topic at hand, please.
yes.
Right.
Please.
Well, sorry, we gathered a
We were
crowd.
being summoned. So,
Yes, you
what
wish
was
to
it?
talk.
Yes.
Out with it.
Chance for me.
A simple question, my dear, since you are an academic. Would you happen to know who created the porksy that was utilized in remedying those who were turning into sin eaters?
Apologies, one more time. I blanked. Jesus Christ.
Do you happen to know who the creator of the porksies are?
I'm so sorry. Out of character. Let me step away for a sec. I fucking heard something. Give me a second.
Oh.
Oh.
Right. I believe it's coming back
President
to me. I
Darklight
believe.
has an answer. I think she is raising her hand.
Wow.
Let me backlog. I see.
Oh, haven't seen him for a couple of nights. Oh, them.
I do recall you mentioning him, Ryder.
No research, probably.
Yep. Back luck.
Okay. I didn't want to assume.
Ah, yes, the
Mentioning
pneumo,
her.
if I'm remembering correctly. Yes. I've heard tales of them, but I've never had the honor.
Yes. That's who that was. Yep.
The Warrior of Light seems to be having an issue with someone they know is undergoing something similar to transforming into a sin eater.
Oh. Oh boy, it's the princess all over again.
What would the term be? Light corruption?
You'll be finding that all over the place, dear. It's a bit of a
Fair argument.
catch-all at the moment. It isn't. Was merely asking since the lady was an academic. I didn't know the name off the top of my head. I figured she would know and possibly have some ideas on how to possibly deal with this. Since we seem to be out of them.
I mean, for everything that you've already done for us, I mean, just giving them information doesn't seem problematic.
I am also
We have plenty
personally
of people
willing
here who will
to...
gladly assist you. You've no worries.
Thank you.
I am...
Library on the other side of this place.
Of course.
On the upside, I am also willing to reward such generosity. Paying, as it were.
Your friend seems not so with it.
She's the kind of warrior who's been through a great deal and has still found a way to come out twice as strong. It's just you have to break through that shell. It's worth it. They're a very lovely person.
A very
I see.
thick metal shell.
Oh, sorry. Sorry. They are a very intimidating and aggressively strong person.
Better.
Interesting.
Never a dwarf strong.
Better.
I see.
They like that. They liked that.
I see. So that's the name equivalent, right?
Yes.
Apologies.
Right. Our friend is going through a tough time right now, and we're just trying to find a way to cure him of what is ailing him at the moment. What's going on? I kind of figured I would come to the first to get those answers.
I'm a bit scared.
Sorry about that. I am back.
You good? Okay?
Yeah, I'm alright. Apparently it's storming.
Oh shit. Turn his head. That's where he is.
For the most part.
That's where they possibly are. You're not exactly positive.
Journey's
It's
head
been a
is
while
likely
since
where
you've
we're
been here.
getting more information about this.
No, I remember now. That's where they were.
Listen about the guy. I delivered the pouch.
Oh, well, thank you very much. Well, it just so happens that you have arrived at a perfect location.
Just in time.
Then we will find Lady Becklug in the Tower of Jenny's Head then,
I will.
hopefully.
I got lost at first.
Crystal. But you found your way, and that's what matters most.
Do you have anything of Atlas's?
Well, good job. I will have your reward for you ready
Howard
the
will
moment
be
you
your
get back
journey's
over
head.
to that clinic. But for now, if you'd like,
Actually,
over
that's
there.
Halric.
Halric is right
Hey.
there.
Oh, I see.
Halric, it's me!
He's been making great recovery.
I'm a warrior of darkness.
Oh,
I can finally meet you all.
How you been doing since everything? You been alright?
Lovely. That's annoying. His voice scratches at my ears.
I will be back with refreshments.
very well.
It's still a little hard.
nothing of note.
It's just
Simple
after
conversation.
everything.
Do you wish for anything refreshment-wise?
That's good.
He has a friend who's suffering from a similar situation he was, becoming almost like a light worm.
Sounds good.
Is that the
Whatever.
Atlas
How
you
have you
mentioned
been?
If I told you I've had one hell of a journey, would you believe me?
Pirate.
Yeah, you're the warrior of darkness.
Yes, pirate.
Yeah.
That's
He's come here looking for information.
But I imagine
Trying to
it's
see if he can
not
find a way to
called
help his friend.
Aura here.
Onwards then.
See.
Halric,
Good question.
do you remember a similar time where you were going through symptoms of
That
becoming
you'll
a
have to ask him.
He's actually
Yes, he is
on-
currently the leader of this little entourage. It would be
I believe he
more
was
remiss to
directed
ask
towards
him
Becklug.
to start the introduction circle.
By any chance,
Yeah, no, I don't recognize.
you recovered via the port.
Maybe from the last I saw him. He was here.
And well,
He's my
both
story.
you and the
Haven't
academic
seen
have
him in a
taken
while.
quite an interest
That's
in
my
me.
story.
Friend, that's from what I could have remembered. I still
Little
wasn't
wonder.
able to
I
tell you
am
then.
very curious.
Yes?
A lot like you.
Don't ask. Trust me. Don't ask.
He was wondering who
What?
we are.
I already know
sorry,
what you're probably
there.
thinking.
Oh my god, I'm
Don't
so
worry
sorry.
about it.
See,
I've
Let
most
me introduce myself. I'm the Warrior of Darkness.
Please do not call
That's
me on
Pleasure
very
to meet you.
unfortunate.
habits. I don't appreciate it.
And I'm wondering who we are.
I like it.
All of us.
Because I care.
The ones who you basically wanted from memory
Oh, well-
here.
Oh, well, introduce yourselves.
That opens a whole bunch of
Yes.
other questions I have, but I don't think now is the time to ask them.
Oh,
Anyway.
understood.
Yeah, introduce yourselves.
I was about to say.
Come on.
I'll go.
You guys can talk.
Uh,
Jeez.
Crystal Saberheart.
I thought you were going to say more about that. All right. Schemingway is my given name. Mildly unfortunate naming nomenclature, but otherwise fine.
He likes to think a lot.
Pneumo?
What are you? If you don't mind us asking?
I'm a creature that Ryder encountered on his travels called a loperate. I don't think it would be encountered here.
Is that what Bella looked like when
So
she was
not
younger?
an automaton.
I wouldn't exactly.
I don't know.
Right.
It is a weird ass dog, you're right.
Moving on with more introductions.
How do you say it so insultingly?
What? You want me to introduce myself to all these people here? Most of these people know me here.
Well, except for them, you know.
Is
Oh,
there
hey, the
something
lolly
we
ho.
can refer to you as at the very least?
Fine. Bella. That's all you're getting.
That's all we need.
Yes.
I was about to say you're asking for introductions. I saw Bella like just the other day.
Me next, Victor Valkyrian. Pleasure.
She does a wonderful job begrudgingly standing in corners staring at people.
You know I'm the #1 killer of light wardens around here, Neb.
Bobka.
As well as staring begrudgingly.
Oh, okay.
It's Nabafka.
I think they disagree.
I think she knows. I think she did that on purpose.
I'm aware, but I still should at least attempt a correction.
At the end of the day, it's still.
He's so polite.
I'm not used to it. I'm really not.
Are you not? I've always been this way.
I'm not very fond of sharing my name much. Anyway, shall we continue with this charade?
No. Don't take it the wrong way.
more of a
Sorry.
loner.
I'm just thinking of something else. Sorry.
Perfectly fine.
Yes. Right. Yes.
Okay. Yep, I definitely know who this dwarf is. Alright. Well, I have information on that. From that at least.
Interesting.
Oh, excuse me, miss. Well.
You're such a.
Wow.
You're such a cute. What do you. Cute little thing.
Excuse me, miss. Could you please put me down?
Can I sit down now?
Oh.
Am I good?
Oh,
I can sit down now.
Sorry, I'm in the middle of talks.
Oh, sorry.
Thank you.
That's so adorable.
No worries. Once my business is concluded, I have all the time I need
I keep forgetting that. All right.
to at least indulge curiosities.
No, I think it's just fine.
I thought it was funny.
So, what's your name?
That was kind of funny.
See? Even Halvik agrees. Thank you, Halvik.
I'll find anything funny.
I suppose.
Yeah, that seems about right.
You have a name?
They do, they just don't.
Can I know your name?
They
Oh, I see.
Mine.
Okay, well.
Could just call him Darkness.
That will not work here.
work for it.
That was kind of my answer.
Earn trust.
Right. We can work
Earn
more.
trust, obtain the name.
Earn
As you
trust, you
say.
get the name.
You have to
It took
earn
me a
her
while
name.
to be able to learn their name. I'm still technically newer to the group.
I see.
I see. Not sure who you're
See,
referring
that's
to
what
in
I was
this.
saying earlier.
Let us save the challenges until after our business is concluded.
Why not test that?
Perhaps outside of a
Or at the very least not here.
Potions and bandages.
Right. Okay. Look, I'm not here to. Look, I'm not here to. You can call me weak if you want to. I'm just here on business.
Look, Mr. Hero, I wouldn't take it. She threw you halfway across the room.
Yeah, you're right. You're right. I'm not gonna stand up.
Oh, no.
Alright?
Maybe focus on your friend who's dying.
Yeah, you're right. I'm just gonna...
We're moving to try and protect someone, not getting involved in this.
On my friend.
Return to the subject of Light Warden.
Enough, dwarf.
Oh dear.
We need
If you're
a
looking
moment.
for a challenge,
I like
I'm
this
your
one.
Huckleberry.
I like this one a lot.
Well,
I do like this one.
stand over here.
Maybe it's in the later.
Hold on. Trying to get more.
Nabaskar is right.
Yes.
Nabaskar is right. I need to focus on my friend. I'm here.
Oh.
My friend.
Yes, before he fucking died.
Oh my god. Okay. Let us.
I never thought I'd see the day where the War of Light is going to die.
Alright, well, in the interest of trying to rescue a dear friend rather than engaging in petty squabbles.
To watch any of these. It's a little bit violent.
I want to watch.
That reminds me, Victor?
We don't have the fucking time. Don't you get it?
I was about to suggest, in the interest of information
money on
gathering,
this. Do you guys
that
have
in
any guild
exchange,
anything?
The Dark Knight
I don't have guild on.
Okay.
Oh, they have sadly ended.
Damn.
Look next time.
That was quick.
Fuck's sakes.
Okay, what's the language with child nearby?
Good lord.
Yes. Let's get locked in. All right. Let's get locked in. Let's get locked in. All right. Listen, could you guys over there? All right. Just okay. Look,
In the interest of
I'm here. I'm here on business to help a friend, okay? I'm not here to have petty squabbles and be name called. I'm here to help a friend. Now,
Right.
Halric. Okay.
Yeah.
There's a friend of mine going through a similar time than what you had a couple of years ago. When we help to cure you with the porksy, we thought that would be the proper way, but it appears not if we're here now. So I'm thinking there might be an alternative way to save my friend, some method I'm missing.
This is a bit
Can you
scary. Hearing light wardens are in your world.
By all accounts, we're unsure
It is quite
how.
scary.
Oh, it was the Poxy. And the other woman. She had like a brown outfit. She had white hair like you.
You're referring to Alize, right?
I think that's her name.
Yeah, she was she's a scion. Moving on, though, a friend.
Yeah, it was and Cicely. They were working on something. I think it was something having to do with concoction and elixir. I don't remember.
Oh, looks like that person there's got it.
Spherical equilibrium?
Spherical equilibrium.
Ah, yes.
Yes.
Balancing the ether within a self.
Okay, so would this etherical equilibrium thing work with my friend? Because obviously the methods are different. You have to tackle it from a different way, a different perspective.
Well, possibly. How far along is he?
Ooh,
Very
what's his
far.
condition?
Very.
Another
Headless.
personality has taken over.
Excuse me, what was that? What was that?
I beg your pardon. He's headless?
Nothing. Offhand comment.
Oh, understood. Right.
Oh,
Okay.
I see.
Right. They're
Are they headless?
It's okay.
I'm quite confused now.
I believe that in front of you, they
Meant it as a joke, and they were just playing.
No,
playing
his
little-
head
little
is
scary
perfectly
game.
attached to the rest of his fucking
yes,
body.
it was a joke, Alric. Pay it no
want-
mind.
Once again with the words.
Please watch them.
Of course.
Thank you.
Yes. Now, back to you. So you said his condition is quite grim.
Yes, Nabothgar, it's he's far gone. So
Tell you
much
about
so
it later.
that another
Even right now, I'm still kind of processing it.
Right.
personality named Eros, I believe, has taken over.
I
Eros is
It's
to believe
Colorado?
to be a light warden.
Yeah.
Colorado,
Do you,
right?
do you remember anything similar happening to you when you were undergoing your, I guess,
situation?
Would it be on the source and not in the first? I thought
That's a
the
good
word like killed it.
Well, I remember after getting rid of a lot of the light wardens and storing light within myself, I have found it difficult to maintain that light within myself. Thus, I was puking it up a lot. It got so much so to a point where I was picking it up so to a point where I nearly became that, but there was a person that was also helping me.
Yes, that's.
And
The dwarf friend is right.
So you did have another personality that was, I suppose, connected to you? Or do you think they were being created through the actual light being formulated in your body?
Mayhaps the light in my body, I think.
Mr. Nabothgar. The way it kind of felt, I felt like I was changing, not of my own will.
It could be that different.
Of course.
What if we turn him into a shrub? He could be with all the others in Ilmeg.
No,
I don't
bad idea.
That's a
Believe
horrible idea.
Speaking of my inner, speaking about my inner darkness, one balance of light and dark within me was being overcame with light. My darkness was being overrun. I believe that's why I was having so much difficulty controlling all that light within me.
This would lead to a lot of interesting inclusions into the scholarship, but I don't believe we have the time. Unfortunately.
No, he doesn't have. He never had darkness within him.
Like what you, Free, have.
I doubt just giving him a damn stone would work.
No, we have to tackle it. There's more to it. If we risk too much, we kill him. But if we do nothing, nothing changes. There's got to be something.
Well, giving someone darkness isn't just giving them a stone. Remember, the concept of darkness is life.
Yes.
All the colors brought to one.
Of energy.
It's a little bit more complex than just giving someone a thing.
Light is that of stasis.
The library.
That is a good point.
Maybe the librarians there might know something.
Idea.
Good thing you have me. I love reading.
Nabokov,
to read.
I think it'll be beneficial to have more heads on this.
Have to read.
May I ask if you and yours could come along?
Me and mine. You get me in trouble very quickly. I'm actually the newer one
Yes,
to
what
the
do
group.
you say? They do
You
whatever.
and yours.
Well, not mine. Not mine. Not mine.
Clearly,
no,
it's you and yours. So go
that's
on.
not what I've. That's not what I'm doing at all.
Oh, Ryder, what have you done?
You would be the lead to this one.
There's chaos everywhere we go.
The question.
Everyone else speaks over you.
We would love to assist you in your time of need.
Very good, very good. Now let us proceed to the library.
Thank you. Let's go to the library then.
You think everyone's
What did you say? To the library.
I was about to say, must we embarrass Sir Nabokov?
I'm so sorry.
All of you have fun.
I'm so sorry. That is.
Plus, this will at least allow the opportunity for the one with the book to examine me more reasonably.
Yes, this is my entire party.
As of current.
Begrudgingly.
I am assuming you're saying that because you also wish to come
Out
along.
of character,
and
no it
pers-
fucking isn't. You're missing 2 people, dipshit.
Yeah, no, where the hell? Buchacha just fucked off.
Read the list.
Oh, Butotel walked off.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. You're missing one.
There's 2 people you're missing, actually.
Okay, I guess
Well,
I have to remind you.
Well, wait, because
Boom cha cha.
Yes, he
You've
went
seen a
to
little
gather
particular
refreshments
He's channeling.
I
and
was not-
has
okay,
yet to
got it,
return.
okay.
Realization.
Got it. I got it.
Well, yeah, who are we missing?
Other than, Bunchater and us.
The 2 very important people that we can't be without.
Who?
Name them.
That doesn't tell me anything.
Well, lead the
It
way.
does not tell me shit.
Well, I know where one of them is now, but the other one is a mystery.
We'll find him.
Sure, I'll get you.
With luck, Bunchacha was actually already a step
close,
ahead of
then.
us and has already been moving to the library.
I did not
We need
realize.
to catch them quickly.
I did not realize.
You could take the 8th right there.
This is so
Yeah. Oh,
confusing.
do you... Actually, is my item still in the backpack? Actually, come to think about it?
Are you alright?
Yeah. Everybody's whatever personal belongings you need, just get in there.
Ah, thank you.
Mm-hmm.
There we go. Take my crystal. There.
I still haven't thanked him though.
Thankfully.
Good. Ready?
I'm sure you'll get your chance, Ulrich. Or not.
Yes.
Yes.
You will get your.
I hope so.
I guess I don't have much of a choice to keep an eye on these sinners, so.
Entire operation fucking shit.
I've always been very today.
Is it ever not when it's Ryder?
Everyone seems like a bundle of joy here. Wow.
I can probably try and help.
Spell. I think they just
That'd
need
be nice,
drinks, honestly.
Sure. Hell, maybe I'll drop this bag off at the library. Not much of a... I read sparingly. This doesn't seem like much I'd need to be reading for.
I'm mainly having it as an excuse for the sake of my idea for information exchange.
Silly of me. I forgot the golden rule when entering the town for the first time.
Oh, they used the.
Shit.
Library.
Miss I.
Oh, apologies, miss.
It's called the Cabinet of Curiosity.
Yes, I'm walking.
I mean, I'm not attuned to the Aethernet here, so I'll need to travel to this cabinet of curiosity myself.
You all.
I thank you very much.
Or at least a company.
This
I know my way.
this place is beautiful. I will not lie. Reminds me of home in a way.
You should see it when it's here at night.
Ooh. Hopefully I will get the chance.
Well, I wouldn't exactly say that. What you may see is mundane. You may see as well a spectacle.
Assuming we're not locked away for the rest of our hours in the until we need to rest in the library.
Nice. I can't speak for anybody else, but no, I'm nothing special.
Each their own. It's unique. If you're here, then doesn't matter if you're special or not.
Those two dwarves. I'm assuming that's what they call Lalafell here.
I'd like to ensure your safety.
Of course.
Those two dwarves, I can only assume that. Well, the one that attacked Ryder. That may be Laluma's counterpart. Maybe. Although the white dwarf, I'm unsure. Entirely possible it could be Bababa's counterpart or something else.
Hams, so enjoy that.
Oh. Well, I'm much better at going downstairs than upstairs, at least.
It is great exercise, I will admit. Some of the only exercise I actually get. Normally I'm
Oh, there they are. Gosh, the flora. Flora is significant. Well, I can connect to the Ethernet from here.
All of this was used in the restoration effect.
Ooh. It looks lovely.
Some of these plants are used to heal.
Ooh, medical properties. Alright. There's much and more I may need to learn from the clinic here.
I feel like anyone would know that.
It's not the first time.
Probably won't even
It's just the worst.
My apologies for leaping ahead.
Where is she?
Give me the crystal. I know where she is. Excuse me a moment.
Yep.
I know she'll want privacy, so I'm going to do this away from all of you.
Oh?
They went into the Ethernet.
Actually, that's a lot easier. Excuse me.
Very well.
Okay.
Hell's going on.
We'll wait until one more party member shows up, then we'll proceed.
Am I that one, or?
Won't be long.
But very well.
Won't be long, I don't think.
Pathetic, not
Oh, I see.
Why not spread
I thought
out?
he was just pathetic, you know.
Look at the titles of the books on the bindings. Anything related to the subject.
Actually, that's a good idea. Hey, everyone, let's put on read
standing around
books.
bullshitting.
This is going to be quite the spectacle.
How about this? If it would make it any easier, try to find yourself a book that you think fits most with the subject you're looking for. I'll be at the top organizing some of the books as well. We could meet in the middle.
I will say
Sounds
though,
good. Okay.
Ryder, who is the last person you are looking for?
I have no clue.
Laluma.
I fear
Let
I
her rest.
Little Lulu. I haven't seen her in a while.
Oh, right. We haven't
feeling
seen her
we
in a
have put together a guess on that one, but it may not be wise to state it.
I will say though,
Guessing may actually get you killed. Just saying.
I assume as much, given how readily she was goading him.
Swords. That would be cool for hunting down light wardens.
I mean, we could manufacture some. And some contacts.
I have other things to attend to.
By all means,
Get
miss.
some of the Castellans
And if you ever need assistance,
well, it's not so much the blades themselves.
I've stated prior.
Power and the
Be
way
moving
she
boxes
wields
and
them.
stuff and unpackaging some
Would you like
assistance?
remembering it?
No, I'm
She's
good.
kind of like a monster with them. And then there's these flames
you know,
that she's able to generate from her aether.
There's so much talking at once, I can't remember.
Thanks, Hal.
Ancient creatures with
You can come and help me.
ancient something. Yes.
I might not be good out there on
What?
the field, but here
Oops.
I help as much as
Oh,
I can.
If I get directions, like just, oh, it's on another side of the tower again, I might kill somebody.
listen, I'm pretty sure when it comes to the tower, it's probably referring to the Crystal Tower, not. Well, this is a tower of
No, I know,
books,
I know. It's a fucking circle, Schemingway.
Yes, I understand. It's a panopticon of knowledge, but, well, when it comes to the other
The
side,
other side of the
we can
circle,
at least just simply
Schemingway.
determine, turn 180 degrees, and then look over there instead of just looking at the other end of the semicircle.
Give answers. So not a specific
Lead the way, Doc.
Though we're gonna have to cone this place if we're wanting to get knowledge.
Oh, no, you probably haven't. You just arrived. Make sure to make contact with Reen.
I'm gonna fight that rabbit back when we get back home.
Yes,
Mama?
probably be looking for you. And Theo.
Listen, I can understand,
Whatever name she
but,
is, I
you know, we could take out our frustrations on, well, any potential sin eaters we may encounter during our investigation.
I'm kidding.
This is all the research I put together.
Jeez.
Kill the princess.
I'll just read this for a while.
Take a seat.
I suppose now I may have the time for it.
Warrior of Darkness.
Like your glasses.
Oh, Warrior of Darkness, you have been summoned.
Thank you. I need them.
But at the very least, the summoner is coming to you directly.
calling you that.
Poke, poke, poke.
Yeah, what's up?
Greetings.
Poor man just
Before I
sat
go
down.
and retrieve Luluma for you, I need to know how they are from the other side, but I need you to describe it for me.
It doesn't look like anything.
Oh, if you're not busy, miss,
Don't
Yes.
say that one. Find
perhaps
other
I can at
descriptors.
least. Perhaps I can, now that we have time, I can probably undergo an examination, considering I can only imagine the curiosity burning.
Oh, I have a number of questions, but
Seriously, I don't know where they got the automaton part from.
She always knows things that I don't.
we thought you were some sort of familiar.
Everything.
That would make
Even
more
against
sense.
The end of the world, she was there.
Oh, that's right. Okay, well, that's
She's always been
probably a closer theory. Well,
helping me
I
to
saw you and I thought
see a
that is a
different perspective,
rather
helping
small
me to
V,
understand
but you don't
what
look
it means
like a
to
V.
truly be a warrior of light.
That does bring to mind a thing. I've heard another term. I'm assuming the names of people or types of people around
Right,
here are
yes,
different
you're not
to
from
what I'm
this
used
side.
to.
Has been there for
Let me
since
clarify. I am a Mistel.
it's my wife.
Ryder
Estelle,
would be a Humi.
Hume,
That is a dwarf.
So very dear friend
a
in the
dwarf, I
guide.
understood.
So she
Yes.
must be very
Just from
knowledgeable.
context.
But I'm not talking
is
about
very
you.
knowledgeable.
No,
To
this
you.
is just simply learning. Apologies, miss.
The large lady far in the back, that is a Rondo.
Her research capabilities far
Purple
And the
hair, I'm
two
assuming, is
beside her
Dean.
are these.
I see.
Counted.
Now, hang on. Now I want to hear.
And what
Go
of
on.
Halric?
Now I'm interested.
Halric is
She's.
it is a Draco.
She's someone that
I see.
Ron.
Oh, and not like love or anything. It's just.
Right. Very well.
Yeah.
I'm assuming you already know the
She's just like.
names of entities of the kinds of races on my end of existence.
From what little I've heard from Ryder and his companions last they were here, yes.
Right.
We
have.
the star on multiple occasions.
What is it? Sure.
So how are you? How
Yes.
is this?
Sure, Lalafell.
Viera. Yes, that
I guess,
was always
I guess going
strange.
down the line of
take a walk.
the
I'll
stuff
go
that you've
fucking
already
stressed with you
stated,
just saying that, excuse me.
instead for the ease of comparison, Mikote, Hyur, pointing at Ryder, Lalafell,
What the hell is the problem?
Hrothgar,
What's he walking away for?
Viera,
Anxiety.
and Aura.
I was just mentioning Luluma's notes.
Ah,
Oh.
They were in the middle of
understandable.
It is interesting to see how different places pronounce different things.
So he stopped what he was doing and walked away.
Oh yes, no, it's
Right.
always. I mean, up until Ryder first appeared, we weren't even sure of the concept of different shards, and then he showed
yes.
up and.
Yes.
A tedious task.
And, well, I'm afraid I may not have an equivalent in this region.
Oh, well, that would make. I mean, if you are familiar, that would make sense that you don't have a
I have it. Carrying it around
alternate.
this entire time, just about. You need something from it?
Yeah.
Since you are not of
Yeah, I'm kind of like
the native
Get in here.
flesh and blood.
Let's go to
Are
the
you
hotel
flesh and
room.
blood?
Let's go to the.
As far as I can tell, yes.
Change there.
An arcane being, but ultimately still that possesses a soul.
In-room.
As far as I can tell, anyway, just judging from how I got here.
Now, are you? Certainly.
Of course.
Which
So
leads
you
to
are
a different
living,
scenario
but
to
you are
how
more
others got here.
Densely etheric than most others.
I see. Possibly not likely on the same level that Ryder is, but
Well, no, Ryder is a living person. He is of the normal etheric.
well, yes, but
amount,
ether
whereas
resides within
yours
him,
is-
of course.
Can I just point something out?
Oh, of course.
Your staff's so fucking right.
Unless you were trying to suggest I wasn't a living being, which, mind you, I bled, I
No,
popped,
you-
I laughed.
I'm sorry if I if it came off as that. No, I was referring more so since you are, as you said, a arcane
Dwarf-sized.
being.
Yes, it is.
And dwarf-sized. I wasn't going to bring up that you are a dwarf-sized being.
I do know how Rick did
It
bring
was
up
one of the
the
questions,
factor
but-
of asking if I was I was what Bella looked like when she was younger, which is an entertaining thought, but that's not the case.
No, I have met a number of young V's. You are
Definitively not
a
one
young
of them.
V.
Though I do share the similar
No.
lifespan. At least, as far as I can tell.
Something with that, miss.
It was the ears. I will admit, it was the
True,
ears that
true.
initially made me consider that you were a small
True.
V.
Reading.
I fixed my mistake, unlike someone.
And I can only imagine the academic and Nabafgar would be also willing to understand my existence.
Nebraska, if he's anything like myself, and well, we're not too dissimilar, he will probably have a number of questions for you as well.
Yes, although likely a lot more nervous about it, judging from what I've seen of his disposition.
I
But
wouldn't
that's
say
perfectly fine.
nervous. He's more. He's
Earnest?
not as forward. He polite.
That'll work. That's a much nicer way of putting it. I suppose I probably could go and talk with him myself.
Well,
instead of having you just relay your notes of me to him.
Up the top.
Well, I could live with climbing this amount of stairs.
Later on anyway, but
at the very least, it's not climbing a staircase the size of the Crystal Tower. Especially considering noting that these stairs seem to reach up to my waist.
yes, no, I would not want to wish having to climb a tower's worth of stairs on someone of your
Goodness me,
stature.
no. Come to think about it, in the interest of cultural knowledge, what do you use as an exclamation? Like a surprise?
Well, that depends. Is this a positive or a negative connotation?
I'm not sure. Usually my kind of exclamation when it comes to exasperation is usually by Heidelin, who is a... what's the best descriptor? I'm not sure how to describe it, actually. A creator of sorts.
Well, a common exclamation is wicked white.
I see. Well, at the very least we've exchanged stuff. I suppose we could go up to Nabokar together if you're not needed elsewhere.
I've given Ryder my notes on the last he was
Whoa.
here.
These are
yes,
a lot clearer than I thought they would be.
It is safe to stand on, I will say that, but the glass is very clear.
But it did make me think my foot was about to slip through.
Yeah, it's very hard to tell at times.
Yes,
yeah, we've had a number of people who didn't realize there was glass there, and
saves us a trip.
Got quite.
This saves us the trip.
It's kind of funny. It's kind of funny. People would think that it wasn't solid, and they,
It is
try
amusing
the
the
damage
first
to
few
avoid
times
it.
to see people not.
Given the
realize
clearness
that
of
there
it
is
and the
solid
fact that it
flooring
tripped
there.
my mind for a moment, I can understand why.
Well, this isn't the only floor that's like that. There's some in the marketplace as well.
I see.
Ahead of you. While you guys were out there talking, that's exactly what I was trying to go through the best I could. Anything darkness related, ended up going through a lot of history books. But I did find a couple of older books, though the information
Well, in the interest of, well, making myself feel more
Science?
at home here, I will at least use your exclamation while I am here.
You are free to exclaim or converse.
Plus it's better than, swearing around Halric, which people had an accidental habit of
Yes, no,
doing.
please do not swear around Halric.
I will do my best.
They were saying things I've never heard before.
Oh.
Wicked white, of
I'm
course
not
they
gonna
would.
copy them.
Please don't.
Got a good head on your shoulders, then.
Yes.
Do not. Anything you hear that sounds wrong, do not copy it.
It almost sounded like sailor talk, but they would.
Yeah, no, especially sailor talk. Please do not repeat any sailor talk you hear from the Warrior of Darkness and his friends.
You're much too young for that. Only when you're big and strong will you be able to say that kind of talk.
Nah, I should not say that I'm from the moon. That would be a complete question mark. Or make them realize, that no wonder we never saw your equivalent.
I'm no saint. I keep forgetting to.
I try my best. Though usually when
My kind
people
usually
come
have their own
rushing
version of
in-
exclamation
I don't
rather
want
than
to point-
using
Hey,
sailor
I
talk.
don't know.
I'm very aware.
Okay. Is everything alright? Have you been taking any medicine for that?
Yeah, it's an
I'm
injury
assuming-
from I
Yes.
fell down the stairs. I won't lie. I fell.
Even the best
down
of
the
doctors
stairs.
get sick themselves. It's okay.
Glad you're doing better, though.
Yeah. it's still a little sore.
Sorry, I just couldn't help.
Fucking hip. Freak.
Oh.
You're getting a glare.
It's not like I'm not used to that. What I'm not used to is you outwardly telling me.
Well.
Okay, back to silence. Okay.
I suppose I should go up to the... I realize I just spotted Nabokar going back up the stairs, so...
At the very least, you can... Oh, he has returned up the stairs. I was going to say, at the very least, you could perhaps talk to him about yourself, but... That's
I imagine he might be busy.
Up the stairs.
Similar with your book-wielding friend, I'm assuming.
Yes, friend. Totally not boss.
That's Miss Melodia.
Well, I was unaware.
You know, if I remember, maybe Miss Melodia wasn't here at the time, but I remember you being pretty good at healing.
Yes, I was here to help assist.
Hopefully we will not overwork you while we
investigate
investigate how to go about this corruption.
It wouldn't be much more overworking than the last time he was here.
That definitely sounds like Ryder, I will not lie.
Okay, I dealt with 1, 2 possible
And well, considering he
up
presumably
and deal
nearly
with a
caused an injury for himself arguing with the dwarf.
It is best not to anger her, or
No.
converse with her, or
I find it better to not try and anger Dark Knights if I can. Or anger anyone, frankly. Even if I have a means of defending
anyone that
myself.
carries a sword that is a good size their body, don't upset them.
No.
They actually, I can tell they're nice. Maybe it's just they're nice to me. But they're really good at what they do.
I have no doubt that Dark Knights are usually the kind of hard shell, soft interior. In terms of things. But I can only assume that they keep that soft interior guarded with the shell for a very good reason.
The one I knew was a hard ass inside and out.
Well, okay, there are some exceptions.
You did just kind of sit in front of me, so I wasn't sure if
What was that?
Plus, it would be remiss to leave myself a mystery as well, considering we're looking for information. What better information to provide than myself?
Avail yourself of the terms. Try to
I'm still
be careful
curious
with
if
them
that's what
ones.
Bella looked like if she was smaller.
I doubt it.
No. I've
And besides,
seen a number of young V's. They're not quite as furry.
Yeah,
No,
definitely
no, of
different.
course not.
Bella's hair's purple.
Fairy is also purple, yes.
True. Mind you, I have grown to enjoy purple, although it's not because of Bella.
I have a preference for red, but purple isn't too bad.
Yes. Well, now that I know the hierarchy of the clinic, it will be easier to understand things.
I mean, you can come to either of us, but she is more so one of the, asserts herself more, I'll say that.
Yes, I spotted that very easily at the, I'm not sure what you call that area. Is it the tavern?
You can call it the tavern, yes.
Close enough. Where we were seated. So definitely no Ryder making the mistake of assuming that the Bofgar was the one in charge. He is used to his equivalent being the one in charge.
People, really? I've never known. No, the boss guy's always been the polite. Not so much taking charge, but he's willing to help whenever he can.
As far as I can tell, the similarities are striking, although it's, polite but firm when he needs to be, which is good.
It's very polite. It is always a pleasure to work with the boss guy.
Yes. And evidently, well, I need not hurt my neck so much when it comes to looking for all of the tomes. I'm not even sure how you would get to the ones on the upper shelves.
We have a system of magic, mostly, where we bring them down. Or ladders, if you're less inclined for magic.
I may be able to utilize my ether, but in a much more limited capacity.
Don't be afraid. If you wish to view a tome that is above your height, don't be afraid to ask for someone.
Of course, assuming I can actually spot what I'm looking for, of course.
That is understandable. We have
spotting the details of someone in the distance is simpler than spotting the words on the spine of a book. On a tome, rather.
I suppose I will. Thank you.
I've given Ryder all of the research and notes that I had written down the last time he was here, and I had to cure the princess of... Well, I wouldn't say cure, but slow the princess's light warden essence.
Should we call it sin corruption? Or light corruption you already said is widespread enough to not really be
would be the
good as a
technical
specializer.
term, yes.
Yeah. Wicked White, I can sense her staring at me.
Oh, don't mind her. She's very friendly.
Of course.
Very affectionate as well.
Yes, let us return to the others at the very least, instead of just standing in the middle of the... My mind tricked myself again.
Certain individuals for more information.
Though at the bare minimum, it could at least give you an idea of, I suppose,
Not sure what material this is made out of, but it's enough to trip me up.
I apologize if it's not enough to help.
Oh. You changed out of the cloak.
The fact that you all know anything at all about any of this makes me
very
appreciative about knowledge.
So,
if you
The floor tripped you up too, right?
By the way,
This floor tripped you up too, right?
No.
I thought I was about to fall through.
It's just a... No, it's just a grate to say the
No, there is actually, well, material in between this. It's just clear enough to make me think there wasn't anything.
Glass?
Very fine glass, evidently.
You are someone who I'm still trying to aspire to be on the other side.
Listen, I'm no glassmith. I wouldn't know how to really look for it, and well, I would have assumed glass like this would have had at least a few scuffs on it.
Myself that I am missing, but I see them through you. On the other side, you are very...
To be fair, we probably aren't supposed to be walking on it.
That is also true. But I am not about to play hopscotch with a glass floor. Or at least I heard that term somewhere.
Responsibility.
A little walk with me. I'll give you a story time. I'm a bit
You definitely do it proudly.
shaken up with familiar sights.
No matter how
I see.
deep our mess
Well, I do understand. I am also
you don't
looking to at least aid, I guess, the exchange of information by at least exchanging information about myself to the clinics.
You told us once something that still hits with me today. That in order to be
Walk with me.
You must love your
All right.
subordinates.
Sure, for a brief moment.
Through their faults. Through all that they are, regardless of what mistake they pull.
You're a little more not normal here than we all are.
Yeah, I figured as much, given how many people are giving me lugs. I'm not sure why you went with the somebody went with the automaton defense first. The familiar defense makes a little more sense.
I don't know how 1-to-1 where I'm from is with this place. My familiarity, without giving graphic detail, you guys didn't quite make it for a reason.
I see.
I don't know really all of the gruesome details,
succumb to
but
light?
Trying to recall, that was a lifetime ago.
Presumably, in your version of, well, the source and its reflections, you came to the first, and presumably something much worse may have occurred. Judging by your, well,
maybe
nervousness to it. Apologies if I happen to be overstepping.
No, you're not overstepping at all. I came here a few times with my Warden of Light. His name was Elbon Magnian.
I see.
And seeing this place again is scary.
Remembering how it was before.
When we came here, we were here for a long time.
I see. Well, we will not be here nearly as long, hopefully.
People were looking for us while we were gone.
Oh, I see.
Calling out for help.
It wasn't a
to
scenario
avert
of
a crisis.
It wasn't as I had already heard, souls being taken, but the body left behind. It was the full package, I assume. In your version of the source, you went missing.
Yeah.
For a long time.
To the world we knew, we vanished for weeks. And the calamity began in our absence, and
oh God,
we weren't there
to stop or mitigate. So by the time you came back,
half of the world was already gone.
Oh. I'm sorry to hear that.
I've come to terms with it. But it's... seeing everything again is a lot to grapple with.
Well, it's not going to happen again. This time we're here properly. Presumably no, time gap difference. And we hopefully will not be stuck here for a few weeks. Or at the very least, not here longer than we need to be. We're here to at least make sure we can find a way to make sure Atlas comes back. properly.
What if we can't get him out of that suit?
I don't know. But... Oh, apologies.
They're not intruding, are they?
No.
I was just trying to avail Eva here of her worries.
If Atlas is anything like the last time I saw Atlas, he'll pull through. He's a strong man.
Yeah. He wouldn't let a lot of light corruption get to him. Or a lot of light corruption get to him.
I was going to say... He's borderline gone.
But borderline does not mean actually gone. Look on the white side. You know what I mean.
I know what you mean.
Might be taken to the customs a little too readily.
I wouldn't. White is more so indicative of the light, which...
Oh.
Yes.
Well, I mean, I wouldn't say look on the dark side, considering what we're talking about. But you get my meaning.
I do. Sorry, the talk of the void scent kind of just...
Oh, I see.
PTSD.
Go on.
That's a conversation for another day, I'm sorry.
Yes. Oh, should we have a talk with Nabofgar, miss?
I mean, if you wish to...
He looks lonely over there.
Buff guy, you can.
I mean, I'm sure he'd welcome the knowledge of me. That sounds more narcissistic than it should be. But...
I understood your
Why
intent.
am I the only one that keeps my tail? I feel weird.
I have a slit in my jacket specifically for my tail.
I know, I'm sorry, I just...
Which helps.
I keep running into Makote and I haven't met one that has the same
No,
mindset
meant
as
no
me.
offense.
No, none taken. I keep my tail tucked away because I kind of do a lot of fighting. I'd like to have it. I'd like to not get grabbed by it a second time. So
No,
I keep
I
it kind
do not blame.
tucked in the pant
Keeps
leg.
leaving while we're talking. Keep getting distracted and then he walks off.
Catch him before he starts going up the stairs.
Yeah, no,
again.
all right. Enough. Apologies, but enough distractions. He did not appear to go up the stairs again. So.
No, he went around the corner. You'll have to tell me about this void scent later.
Also, I heard the term lolly ho at one point. Is that a greeting the dwarves use?
Yes, lolly ho. It's a traditional greeting between dwarfs.
I mean, I'm not exactly a dwarf, so I'm not sure it would be reasonable for me to do the same.
You
But
don't necessarily have to be a dwarf to perform a lolly ho.
right.
It is a dwarven greeting.
It's a cute greeting. I like it.
I suppose. And I also suppose he actually did go up the stairs this time. Oh well, I always need the exercise.
No, he didn't go. He might have gone down. He didn't go up.
That is a
around
good
over there.
point.
Usually restricted. Oh no, there he is. He went around.
Oh, for
Going down is
wicked white.
restricted for the
He's just as hard to chase.
You see, it's hard to get a hold of back where you're from.
Not usually. He's usually in just one place.
I mean, normally he can be found in the clinic, but...
Well, I mean, I
today seems to
assuming
be,
her name is Melodia, I assume.
I believe that's what you call her?
Right.
Or the other her?
Because I believe, from where I know you, your name is Zai.
Yes. That hasn't changed.
Thankfully.
At
I'm
least.
assuming her name is different in a small capacity. Or possibly
From what
large.
I have heard, you call Nabothgar Neb?
That's more of a, shortening. I imagine he wants it to just be
It's-
polite and use the whole name.
Endearing nickname.
He's very proud of his family name.
I can understand that.
He's so skinny.
I'll take the ramp. You can see the comparison point
It
between,
looks almost
you know,
frail.
the steps to me.
Yes.
These
Seemingly these
steps go up
steps
to
are like
my
half your
knee.
height, man. You can get on the ramp. It's okay. There's
These
no...
steps are up to my knees. I'm not.
There's no shame in using the ramp.
No.
Listen, if we can have
It's a
a
little
ramp
silly.
installed, if we can have a
But we're
ramp
friends,
installed
I
at the
can poke
tower
fun at
where
him.
we're from, that would be nice.
We've had many a child and dwarf use the ramps.
Oh, the tower. Oh, God.
I assume there are many stairs in the tower.
Yes, it's. If I want
I'm
to
referring
hazard
to the
a-
trauma.
If I want to hazard a guess regarding the height difference, it's the top of this stairwell to the very bottom. At the very least.
Oh, so it is the trip to and from.
But it's a spiral
the
of
library.
sorts, like the one in the plaza.
Oh.
Ew.
It also cold,
Cold?
because the tower is situated in a snowy environment.
Do not let those
Ah.
make you think that she thinks that you're inadequate.
But at least going up and down that thing has given me the strength for this.
I want you to realize something. And
I mean, the weather around the Christian is usually pretty fair, though.
Which is thankful.
Occasionally it is known to get cold.
It's
Her and I were discussing about our little trip
Oh.
to Amarang, and we
I
were
see the
discussing
Dark
on
Knights
any
are having another
possible
spat.
candidates to bring with us.
Wicked
And
ways.
you were of course brought up in conversation.
The,
And yet,
You're
the first
No, I
little
don't
thing
think it's
that
ever
went
going
in
to be
was
appropriate
that
Yes, Victor.
she trusted you.
Facing off against
He
who I
is
can
kind of a
only
dunce.
assume is who I am.
At times.
That alone should say a lot.
I know.
But I will not say.
She does not trust just anybody.
While I may have potentially assumed it,
aware,
may have
just-
potentially figured out who she is, I will not say her name out of respect.
I'm aware. I see them.
Yes, no, it takes.
Dog through a thousand.
Yeah, I've kind of put two and two together on that as well.
Mm-hmm.
I had my suspicions when she threw Ryder across the room.
True, I realized right then and there.
Well, when you haven't found an answer, you keep looking.
Yes, I shouldn't leave myself
looking
distracted.
until there's no
I
other
feel like I've
possible
dug
thing to
through a
look at.
thousand books at this point.
That is simply the life of a scholar, you know this. You know what you signed up for.
Ah, I'm aware. I'm aware.
And you question why I literally sleep in there almost every day.
I don't question it. I worry about you.
I hear you walking up. I'm sorry.
No.
No need to worry about it.
Excuse me,
There's plenty
Mr.
of
and
reason
Miss.
to worry about it.
Hmm?
I remember you
Oh.
being interested, well, in my existence, and I cannot blame you. As narcissistic as it accidentally sounds. But I do know
A
that,
tad.
well, yeah,
A
my
bit.
apologies on this. But I was hoping in the interest of aiding the informational exchange, I can at least share information about myself, considering that I do not believe I have a counterpart in this region to compare to.
Oh,
Anyway.
believe me. Believe me, not right now, because it seems everyone is, well, adjusting and taking time
Yes.
to either chill or do research. But before you leave, I will be doing my research on you.
Well, by all means.
I'm sure you have
Good.
plenty to share.
Of course, Mr.
And
Nabaka.
we will look forward to that. Isn't that right?
Of course.
He's already shared
100%.
name
Good.
that I will be writing down and sharing with both of you.
Hmm?
He's already shared a number of information with me that I will be writing down to share
Ah! Absolutely, I would most
Glare.
appreciate it. And then the three of us can
Eva.
all come together and further research on this.
Careful.
I think it'll be a fun time.
I
But of
hope you're
course,
not afraid of needles.
I'm fine. I mean,
yes. I do hope so.
I think I understand the reason. No, I shouldn't be. Or at the very least, I could withstand it for long enough for it.
Good enough. So this shall be interesting. But
I've not met one of those before.
we did make the whole trip over, so we should table it for another day. After all, they're going to be here for at least a few days anyway.
Yes, and I can already...
Very true.
And I figured it would be better to give information rather than leave myself a mystery, given how many people are undoubtedly curious about me.
Yes, I heard you were an automaton.
I'm not sure where you heard. I'm not sure where you heard that.
I believe it was from one of your buddies, actually.
Quite.
Trying to state how as a familiar would have made more sense as a cover, but... Well...
Yes, why were you trying to cover your identities, by the way? That was...
I wasn't. That's the funny thing.
I found that strange.
Identities.
Well, apparently Ryder's friends were earlier. Well, some of them were.
We
I
were
am unsure.
supposed to
understand
be on
why.
private business.
Listen, this is
But
in
people
need of
can't keep their mouths
information
shut.
exchange.
I understand private business, but if it is something where you require assistance from comrades, well, then why keep it secret from those who you require assistance from?
Exactly.
I feel like this was a plan formulated by the Warrior of Darkness. Am I correct in cementing that? Quite.
Of course it was.
At the very least, partially formulated by him.
I'm glad they know him to be dense, okay?
I mean,
well, mind you, he became beloved because of his actions, which
of course
tend to have been led by others. But he was there, and he definitely pushed the boulder. Just other people had to set up the alignment, so to say.
He's got to keep a right and a left hand because he can get distracted.
I see.
Man, being distracted, I wonder what that would be like.
But yes, I'll at least visit the clinic by the end of the day to at least, well, share knowledge.
Duly noted.
Yes. That way I at least have a plan for the end of the day.
Understood.
I'll be happy to receive you.
Well, I don't know about the rest of you. I'm going to continue with my original plans, so...
Very well.
Have fun.
So just a question, an innocent question.
Yes.
Who spilled the beans?
The bean?
Am I interrupting something?
The beam?
Not really.
No.
Just a saying. Who was just like loose-lipped?
No?
Huh?
Is that still a weird question? I'm sorry.
Yeah.
Well, no,
I
just
think
A little context.
it's a little vague, saying you're also talking to people from his group and the people who are here every day.
I don't know. Don't ask me shit.
Right, I'm sorry.
It's a metaphor. It's a metaphor, dear.
No, yeah, we were kind of just supposed to be like quiet, come in here, get a little bit of help, and head out. Because we're tight on time helping a friend.
Well, the Warrior of Darkness kind of helped save the entirety of this realm, so when he arrives, which he doesn't arrive often, it kind of goes rounds.
I mean,
yeah,
I can understand.
That's also not what I meant.
Well, then I don't know what you meant.
I'm sorry, that might just... I'm a little fuzzy still, coming along.
Understood.
I
I
understand.
think I've been hitting the head one too many times.
You need to
You
adjust.
need to
It's
be
fine.
checked out.
No, Sorry, I'm also grappling with a little bit of an inner turmoil, familiar sights and all. Doesn't feel great.
Right. Well, just make sure to take your time. One step at it.
Yes.
Get yourself some water.
Does she have her helmet off?
Yes.
Hmm?
They do.
Oh, yes she does.
Oh, she's gracing us with her face.
It's a very, very big deal in dwarven culture. Very big deal.
It is.
Yes, judging from what I have seen so far, I can only assume.
How's your ankles?
Looking mighty as ever, Luluma.
I'll be
What's the
fine.
progress?
Don't worry.
Oh, very good actually. Well, as good as it can be. Although we have limited information on these types of creatures and the people who used to summon them, it'd at least be able to give him some kind of direction to where he's trying to go at. I got him as many of the books as I could, as well as some of the history ones as well. And he told me about myself. Guild leader, apparently.
He's apparently kind of a big deal back where Ryder comes from.
So it was him. Damn it! Okay.
A veteran.
I'm gonna swing by.
Oh, I couldn't imagine being in a war.
Some aren't given a choice.
Different locations and times call for different measures.
Imagine how much my counterpart has spent in a fucking library. Why do they like books?
Books have a lot of good intrinsic value. Knowledge, history, memories, and all different kinds.
They would sit there
Nothing
for
wrong with a good
hours.
book.
They enjoy doing paperwork.
Unfortunately,
I
it's
think
one
they
of
are
their few
masochists.
means of escape.
Yep, that's masochistic behavior.
So, I heard from this one here that it was my fault in something. What did I do this time?
No, that's not even what I said, technically.
I think
I said.
I
When is it?
You know the conversation we were having about them being secretive, and I was asking him, and they were asked, that other person with the bob hair was asking about that, and then they said it was a bad plan, and you guys said it was the Warrior Darkness, this plan, wasn't it? Half of this people weren't here during this conversation, mind you.
Okay, that makes more sense.
That would explain things.
Explain something.
I honestly
This group
thought they
has
said
changed
that you
since
spilled butter
you walked
beans.
by it. Yeah, I was gonna say
There's
there's also
something
about
about spilling beans.
Oh yeah, what's this about spilling
I still don't
beans?
know that. Oh, I don't.
Did you?
There appears to be a lot of lines of terrible miscommunication. Apparently, you all came here with the plan of hiding your identities and trying to gather your information that way for some reason. Is this true?
If we didn't recognize you for being the warrior of fucking darkness, some of us here, including that one and where the fuck they went, there you are, that one, would recognize you from the whole otherworld incident.
Our intent was not to be that crazy.
Anytime
supposed to be a
something
simple-
crazy is happening, you got involved and suddenly there is androids and other such shit running amok.
What?
I am not surprised. Tomra, dumbass. Something about a 2B.
A
Climb
bunker?
the tower. Tower of Paradigms and Breach.
Is there again?
What?
Was a massive.
Is
terrible
this something
incident
that
for
we're
the
gonna
dwarves.
have to worry about? Like now?
No.
I would hope to not need to worry about more towers.
Look, you will not have to worry about this because we are only.
Your own body seems to be
You won't
betraying
have to
you.
worry about this due to the fact that we are here.
Did you take care of it?
Yeah, we are here on other. No, I've taken care of it years ago. It's fine. There's no need to worry about Paradigm's breach.
About 2 years ago, there was an entire debacle with apparently entities from another world. We had to basically. It was an entire hassle. We needed an entire legion of people to handle it, but we did.
That just brings further
The
questions
rebuilding
as to why you
process was
said I
an
an autonomous.
absolute nightmare.
I'm still
I did
reaping
not
benefits
enjoy
from that
the
endeavor.
fucking buildings being thrown at us.
I
Excuse
did
me?
not enjoy that neither.
Or
In
the
fact,
trains.
I think I fainted. I fainted 20 plus times that day. I remember 20 plus.
We know.
Damn.
Your healers must have wanted to kill you for good.
They did.
No, we didn't.
No.
Huh?
Are you sure you want to save for all?
Fucking ridiculous. Regardless. As long as it's not that level of issue, then I suppose it's fine. But what is the next step here? You did your research. What's the next goal? Where do we need to go?
Yes.
What do we need to do? How the fuck do I get you out of here faster? Because you are a magnet for trouble.
I cannot deny that.
That's true.
Yeah, no, I can't.
Ow!
I'm afraid to side against you, but she is right.
I miss my wife tales.
I think the way that she means that is not to say that you're a problem, but that
Oh no, that's exactly what I
you
meant.
existing entices the effort of challenge. So the more that you're here, although it is nice to see you, the more that it might lead to other people wanting to start problems related to you. So not you directly, just other people who are problematic.
You're a
People
fucking
wishing to
friend.
see if the
This
Warrior of
problem
Darkness
sucks.
lives up.
So let's get you out of
And
here
then-
faster, so you don't cause another big problem. So what are we doing next?
First off, after reading a lot of books,
I'm surprised you read.
Holy shit.
Alright, enough of the goading.
stop doing that. Stop putting your 2 cents into every sentence I make.
But it's Lulu. They always do that.
Dude,
Every
come
guy
on.
has.
What, who are you telling that to?
Anywho, after the discussion I've had with Nabothgar and everything else formulating in my head, I believe our next step is to obtain one of these void scent, I think.
You're not going to be able to do that here.
I would assume not.
And what after? This is not a permanent
Like I-
solution.
Like I had said, remember, even with some of the old knowledge of the books, voids haven't been a thing here for a long time.
Over 100 years.
Remember, we were flooded with, roughly, remember, we were flooded with light. I'm pretty sure if any of them even tried to come here, I couldn't even imagine what could happen.
Yeah. That's why I gotta
Okay.
think on it a little bit more.
If you get a being of darkness, okay, that's one thing. How the fuck is this going to save your friend? It's not going to stop their body having light. Yes, you can drain some of it if it doesn't kill the void scent, but it's not going to put it back in equilibrium. That's not going to stop the intake of more light. How the fuck do you solve that? This void scent, the most it will do is prolong the issue, not solve it.
There is someone who might know more.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
The one who created the Porksy,
Sorry.
yes?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
3 people I can think of. We could talk
What do
with
you-
the one who created the Porksies. You could also talk to those involved with Eden.
Reen and Gaia.
Luck.
And Beckluck, yeah.
Oracle of Light and
There
Oracle
is
of
much and more I
Darkness.
do not know.
Well, whomever these oracles are, we should probably talk with them if you are familiar with them as well.
If you don't seek them out, they're eventually going to hear that you're here and seek you out. So
Exactly.
If they don't Though, mind you, they do get a bit
If they're not busy.
Yes, it's long story short, they enjoy their biscuits.
Well then, if this is the case, I think it's time we definitely call back Look, Reen, and Gaia.
Preferably one at a time and not all at once.
Yes. Though if you do call Reen, Gaia is most likely going to come with, and vice versa, so...
Yeah.
Well, when you start making moves, let me know.
Of course,
I'll be
miss.
putting off my trip to Armoring for this, so don't keep me waiting.
Okay. I guess I'll prep for that then.
I will not
Guess I'll
lie.
go to
I
the
realized who.
marketplace.
I will not lie to you, Ryder. I knew who she was the instant she pushed you off the chair. But, well, I didn't want to say anything out of personal,
across the
out
room.
of respect for them. I mean,
Once you said her name, I realized...
more or
who
less
you
out
were
of
talking
remembrance
about.
of who she is on the other side, considering that she seems to be harboring the same amount of anger, but is much quicker at showing it.
Thank you, Schemingway, for your 2 cents.
And in the politest manner regarding you, Trouble does have
What
a
is a
habit of
cent?
following in your wake.
Cheesy bacon?
Oh.
That thing just saved your life, Schemingway.
Maybe that'll help him think.
Should not do that again.
I'm trying to be polite, not goading.
I'm glad you got
That cheesy bacon just saved your life. I want you to thank it.
Yes, thank you, cheesy bacon. Don't let me say that again.
The recipe that he brought with him.
Cheesingway? No.
No. We'll get into... Look, okay, when it comes to the examination, then we'll get into the nature of naming conventions.
Okay, I will put that down for later.
It's usually a factor of my kind, more than anything.
Same as ever.
It's nothing against you, Nabothgar. He is
Is what?
Is there?
irritated about a very close friend.
Oh.
Is there a way to conceivably reverse
Like corruption?
reverse the polarity inside of someone's aether? Like, you know, this one's supposed to be full of light. Is there a way you can just do something to flip it?
What you're asking for is quite much more than you might realize. One of
Yes.
the reasons why most people just kind of, well, most people who were undergoing the process of becoming a light warden were given up on. Many of them were. The few people who were given chances, they were given chances at comfortable deaths for a long period of time until, conceivably, with these proxies as well as with massive amounts of art and understanding of what it means to control and manipulate aether, were people able to be helped, but even then, there was such a small number who were able to be helped. It's quite an ordeal. The concepts of light and dark are confusing. A lot of them believe them to be good and evil, but in fact, it's quite the opposite, in fact. Remember, would you like to speak or would you like me to?
I do recall it's about, like, light is, astral energy. Light is stasis. That's presumably what happened to this world. Darkness is of life, movement, energy, and such. That's why void scent are plentiful and don't tend to hang around here, as this place would likely feel stifling.
No, I believe a void scent were to come here, somehow it would almost immediately become vanquished.
With the difference of ether, it may in fact actually be choked out.
Could it possibly be turned into a being of light instead? Just so much overwhelming aether flooding it at once, just mutating it, changing it into something else.
Possibly a similar case to regular aetheric corruption when it comes to
yes, but
different elements.
You were talking a number of different varieties and contrivances, and it's very complicated. But theoretically, yes, if something full of darkness were to come here, it would most likely become either immediately destroyed or balanced, possibly.
Yeah.
Equilibrium wouldn't save him.
The hypothetically, that wouldn't. It was tough enough process to try and rebalance the princess's aether. Even then, I couldn't fully bring it back to equilibrium. At most, I just slowed down the process before expending practically all of my aether.
Yes. Porxies require a vast amount of aether in order to properly, well, return someone to equilibrium. And considering what we're handling with Atlas, we require more than all of us combined, even if that route were to work.
Information and practice with the Porxies now than we did then. But even so, it's still an obnoxious amount of ether needed. At most, if you want to talk about darkness, you probably have a better chance talking with Gaia about it. She is, as we have been told, the Oracle of Darkness.
She may know how to better wield it. Presumably in native.
She will understand it more than we do.
Greetings, Winchicha.
Greetings.
What's going on?
Pondering a way of making profit during this entire endeavor, since I'll be not able to keep my shop open as long as possible, as long as I usually do.
And you do still have a
I
life
think I
here,
have an idea.
despite everything.
I understand. I apologize for, well, taking over Nabofkar's explanation like that, but well,
that's
no,
fine.
He's
Spitballing ideas at this
honestly,
point.
if you had not cut him off, he would have started rambling to himself about theories and hypotheticals.
I see.
Theories is what we need right now.
It's best to be more direct when it comes to this, rather than try to fanny about and worry about accidentally being here longer than we need to and accidentally miss our window.
Well, our window is how long the fucking Rangers want to keep him. That's our window.
You have to worry about
That's the
that
end all
alongside.
be all.
Don't currently have Atlas.
They do. How they have him?
No, you
I don't.
don't.
No, we do not.
We don't. No, we don't.
That
Since we're
does
being
complicate
open-
things.
Since
No.
we're being open about this, no. He's currently being held by a gaggle of fucking psychopaths in rainbow-colored armor, but they're the only ones that are actually keeping him from either completely turning into a light ward or just fucking dying.
Oh.
So until the day they decide to visit our humble little camp back home, he's in their care, unfortunately.
Right, okay, that does complicate matters a lot more.
Yes, because
That's
we
why the
can't
sooner we
exactly
get back,
bring
the
him
better.
here to attempt to be treated.
I hope I'm not interrupting anything. Is everything alright?
Oh, yeah,
Theory.
no.
Theorize.
Theory
We're
crafting.
just simply discussing matters.
Ah. I see. Well, if any of you need my assistance, feel free to call me.
Of course.
And please, be safe.
You as well.
I will do my best.
Might as well try to find where the rest of them went.
Yes.
They're most likely split up.
After all, there is the factor of, well, many hands make light work, especially when spread apart. Eva, you looked deep in thought for a moment. Did I interrupt calculations, or were you accidentally thinking about that again?
Thinking about the void scent.
All things considered, if we were to go the void scent route, we'd need something to counteract the fact that a light warden is more or less growing inside of him. And that's a problem in of itself, because how would we control said void scent? Otherwise, we just end up with two problems on our hands. And while both of the problems may hate each other, we just end up with a bigger problem after it was done.
I believe Atlas has a different etheric system than normal. At least from what I remember when he was here. He doesn't naturally circulate his aether.
I see.
So, hypothetically, we would need enough. We would need enough astral, not umbral, because umbral is stasis. Quite confusing, but understandable.
I keep forgetting. I was like, yeah, no, I keep thinking astral is related to light.
Yes, no, we would need enough umbral aether to not only flush his system, as it were, but then
not accidentally overload him again.
Equilibrium. Since his body is not capable of naturally attaining equilibrium, we would need to perform a rather dangerous and experimental procedure where we flush out all of his aether and recirculate it.
Dangerous, but, well, considering the circumstances, may be one of the more level-headed ones so far, even as dangerous an idea as it may be.
This is purely hypothetical, as that is an incredibly dangerous and not often performed procedure.
For a good reason, I assume.
It's like dialysis for his ether, right? Yeah.
You would need a equal amount of astral ether as the amount of umbral ether he currently has in his body.
I see. Yes. We just need to figure it out, because if we were to go that route, we would... Oh. Yes?
Don't mind me. Hold still.
Alright.
Pulls out a length of rope and just starts taking your measurements.
Very well.
Excuse me. Understood.
Look, Schemingway, you're a spectacle here.
They're a spectacle now, but soon they'll be a marketable plushie.
What?
Oh, that's going to go down well with the children.
I was starting to think them saying I was an automaton has had more unintended effects.
I can see them selling little wind-ups of yourself.
You know, I guess I wouldn't be
You can get
against
some
it.
voice acting work for it.
Oh, for... Well, if I just say into a little tombstone, just say, Wicked White.
I mean, if you don't, I'm sure they will find someone else to do it.
Yeah, fair enough.
There was this one time I was messing around with the void center, but
Void Center are a
backstab
dangerous
before I could
idea to
finish
mess
that.
around with.
But we need a last
They are
resort.
anything like Satyrs and Light Wardens, yes, they are an incredibly dangerous thing to be messing with.
Yes. Considering that what I've
They are.
learned from people that
They are.
whose profession actually primarily deals with void scent operate off of the, well, fair trade type of system, usually, when it comes to to working with, well, our kind.
You work with them?
It's a strange thing.
They're
it's something
not
to do
just
with
ravenous
I
beasts?
forget what they said it was pacts. Like some void scent are definitely capable of intelligence. That much is certain.
The void scent need things just as much as we do in different
Exactly.
aspects. Sometimes people can provide for that, and in trade of services, can form an alliance.
Exactly.
We'll have to write this down for us. We will be able to read it. The information we have on the void scent here is sparse at best because, as
Understandably.
I'm sure you probably heard, we haven't had any in.
Even in the name of
many,
research,
many
I don't recommend dealing with them.
No. Usually they ask for ether in exchange for service, or either information or just strength. Usually that either draws from what the person with the pact is able to provide, or what they're able to find. Which, that can lead down a potentially very dark path, if not done right. Fortunately, some who have a profession of it have figured out how to do it right and are usually called Reapers as a result, as they channel it and to be able to help give them strength in the hopes of, felling large monsters and thus using that ether to placate the void scent.
An apt name, if nothing else.
Yeah, dangerous, but definitely hunter work. So I can understand how some may be willing to take that kind of idea up.
What the hell am I doing as a black mage? That sounds so much more up my aisle.
That's more from what I've been able to glean from both knowledge on my end of existence and
that sounds
from
so
people
much
who
more fitting. What
and
am
from
I
friends.
doing?
Well,
I'm glad we could facilitate a career change.
Apologies, miss.
Hunter work.
I want a career change.
Excuse me?
There's nothing stopping you from attaining
You
a
said
change.
something about hunter work.
Oh, sorry. It was regarding a profession regarding void scent.
A void scent.
Likely a similar work to what happens regarding what's the equivalent here? Void scent are overflowed with darkness. Sin eaters.
Trust
Yes.
me, where I'm from, deals go around
A similar factor. Beings overloaded with darkness as opposed to light. Unfortunately, well, as stated by Zai here, void scent haven't been seen here in a long while, and for likely good reason. Due to this environment, likely, I've heard the tale of a flood of light. Odds are good the place is already charged enough with light ether to, well, make it unappealing for a void scent to appear.
No, they aren't. Well,
I mean, if you go to our marine, you can actually see like a
there's
wave.
the kind that will deal with you, and there's the
Journey's.
kind that will deal
Where
with
is the Journey's head? I remember the black armored laden dwarf. I still won't say her name out of respect, as I do not feel I've earned it. Was Journey's head was a location she mentioned. Is that an armor ring?
That's an armor ring.
Oh.
Yes.
The very little
Maybe we
can
can
do
make
about
a
void
reason to
scent
go
was
there, try and see
willing
about
to
studying the nature of, or at least get some knowledge about how light corruption is handled. Now that porksies are a thing.
Well, I mean, portsies have always been a thing, especially around here, or if you go to Ilmeg, and that's an entirely different kind.
Yes. Porksies in use of being able to restore equilibrium in a person, like what likely occurred with quite a few people.
Darker areas. But given that nobody has seen any in
Although I do know that using a porksy in that manner consumes vast amounts of ether. Likely free people needed to free people to garner the ether necessary to cure one person. Not exactly the most effective routes of things, but considering that we're looking to cure one person, it could help.
Yes, I'm working.
Even if they may be unfortunately farther along than patients at Journey's Head may be.
Most, I believe Nebraska gathered as many Void Scent books as we had.
But
coupled with my
it's
own
best to at least
knowledge
bring up
research.
information as needed.
Direct, because
I'll at least bring up the information to the rest of, well, my investigation team when we next convene.
I know entities make
Assuming,
deals
well,
with
we
crap.
convene
They're
before
not
the end
just
of the
going
day.
to die off. They have places to go.
Mm-hmm.
I know what in hell's they're dead.
I'll need to figure it out, of course.
Well, if you do manage to locate a Void Scent, you will be the first one in several hundred years.
Yeah, and that's exactly
Honestly,
what I
I
theorized.
agree.
Yeah.
I don't know how many times I've been told that. It's a little...
If a Void Scent does show up here, the amount of light ether here in comparison would likely either cause it to starve because it can't get the ether it needs, or simply choke it out as it tries to forcibly restore equilibrium.
If they choke it out in all reality.
More likely.
Will it be interesting to
No,
feel
limit
at the
break
very
isn't.
least?
That's not my specialty. I haven't ever done that.
That sounds like a painful thing to do.
It does. Like, generally, breaking something does not entail that it's going to be nice.
No,
Yes.
it's like someone jumping from a really high place and thinking that they're going to make it, then they just roll their ankle before jumping type deal. That's what I feel like it is.
If I recall correctly
ask
from
how
what I've
specific
been
that is.
told, the nature of limit breaking is usually pushing past whatever etheric limit you may have for a powerful burst of ether for whatever purpose it may need. Defense, healing, or simply a powerful attack.
I need to find Nebuchadnezzar. I have questions.
Though obviously it will exhaust a person
yeah, I believe
afterwards.
you would find him in the clinic if nowhere
Yes.
else.
I'll make an effort to reconvene with the rest of the team if you're willing to go with them, Eva.
Yeah, I need to talk to Nebuchadnezzar about navigating for some books.
Of course, I'll look for Ryder. And in the meantime, I guess I should attune to the Ethernet, just in case.
Get in line, man. Get in line.
I mean, it's not like you
We'll
need a
catch
line
up.
for something this large.
That's true.
Well, not hard, at least.
Goodness me.
I'll try not to get too attached to people here.
Yeah, by all means. It's okay for us to be separated for a time. I can defend myself.
No, that's not what I'm... If I can get a deal, if we can find a void scent, I want to have that coin in my pocket if nothing else works.
It might be something more worthwhile to look into once we're back on the source.
Yeah.
Yes. You can ask Zai about it. I believe she is also part of the profession. Well, our Zai rather than this
She
one.
is. She's told me about her. She's told me about her void scent. I haven't asked enough questions about it yet, but I know she has one.
Forget who else? What is the profession? I don't quite recall. By the way, you at least have a line to look into once you get back, just in case you wish to pursue this route.
Yeah.
Void Scent help me balance the
I have a
equilibrium, my
habit of
friend, and
throwing
I will
away my
give you
skill
the
set.
ether of a strong being. I'm assuming you're plotting.
Yeah, I am plotting. Atlas told me that my ether changes quite a lot in flavors.
I imagine that might make you more appealing to a void scent, especially for the sake of a pact. than you
Exactly
think.
what I'm thinking. Exactly what I'm thinking. Because unlike a lot of other metaverses, people from the outside, I always have my ether. I don't use things like mana or aether, a different thing entirely, trust me. I just use this. It's not a change.
Well, something to discuss. Something to discuss once we hopefully get things under control. Like, if it all could. Tell you
Does
what.
this? Are there layers here too?
Possible. I'm not sure. And I'm not exactly sure what you mean.
Magnayan, Vieira, wife of. Hello.
Hi. Letting you two know that Ryder's currently speaking with the Oracles of Light and Darkness. Apparently, they come regularly here for coffee biscuits.
Damn.
That is convenient for us, actually. Where are they? If you wouldn't. Down in the
eatery.
marketplace. I see. Thank you very much.
I'm on my way to get some work done. Someone placed a large order.
Eva is probably going to need to check on the Bofgar in the clinic before coming over, so at the very least if the conversation ends
If I'm
before
gonna
you
do something
return
really
from the
stupid,
clinic,
I'd like to know exactly how the things
Yes.
I'm gonna do stupid things with work.
Yes, of course.
And I really don't feel like going through 40 flights
Because I do not want to risk a scenario of a void scent consuming your ether willy-nilly.
Exactly.
I highly doubt a void scent would be able to survive in this environment.
As I said, you would either starve from lack of ether to consume or be choked out by forced equilibrium.
In any case,
it's more a line
don't let Ryder allow Nabothgar to touch the crystal.
Oh.
Yeah,
Oh,
no.
gosh. Okay, yeah. No.
We need to go.
You need to go.
Damn you and your loner attitude.
I want to at least see what the heck they're on about because I'm trying to theorize on what to do.
You're the loner.
Yes, I needn't keep you, Bunchacha.
Take care.
I'm just mocking a friend. What's up there?
Nothing. Basically, it's just a little walkway for you. Hi. It also leads to the upper part of the bar.
Ah, yes, there they are. I think. Ah, yeah, I can see them. Should probably attune to that Aethernet shard while I'm here. I at least made a habit of doing that when I was in Limsa and Ul'dah and Sharlayan. I may not have the Gil or etheric reserves necessary to warp, but it's nice to know I have the knowledge of being able to come over here should I need it. You can see how far my hand extends out of the end thing. They're probably gonna... I wouldn't be surprised if they spill in delight at the sight of me.
Psychopathic, rainbow-colored suits of armor going around killing innocent wildlife because they're afraid of some evil god that the wildlife represents, or is an image of.
You know, I'd like to point out that adventurers do the same thing.
This
Apologies
is
for being late.
These are different.
This is
Okay, but
to
how
an
is it
extreme.
different? Because, like, I've seen plenty of adventurers or wannabes go out there and just start mass murdering multiple different monsters and creatures from the ecosystem.
Well,
Happens all the
that's.
time.
Well, look. It's not important right now.
Oh, I'm sure. Go ahead then.
The main thing is that one of our friends had been suffering with something for a while, similar on the path of turning into a sin eater or a light warden.
Wait, what?
Oh.
Yeah.
That doesn't make sense.
No, it doesn't, and I have no idea when it started, but it's true, it happened.
Okay, but that doesn't explain how.
I don't know how it ended
That's why
up
we're
being the
here.
way that it did.
Okay, but how are we going to help you with this if we can't see it? I mean, the source and the world you all come from isn't saturated with light. So they should be fine. The energy and the aether there is balanced. Just go to an area that, doesn't have so much light.
If only it were that easy. We would have had this solved by now, but here we are.
That's why I'm asking what the problem is. How do you expect us to help you? If all you can say is, oh, they're turning into a sin eater or a light warden, that tells us nothing. Why? How?
Gaia, I don't know the...
Then how do you
don't know
expect
the
to help
why.
them if you can't tell us such basic information? What about any of you? Anyone has any idea?
Vic, can you cover any of this?
What? Kind of. To my understanding, at some point he had tried to break his limits, but because of the amount of aether that he had drawn, it affected him. But the other... I would assume that if that thing latched onto him in some way, shape, or form, and he did that, that completely fucked his
Yes, he was a
entire...
gunbreaker before, wasn't he?
I call it a thing that, as in the light, the thing.
So this is the pre-existing one. That would have been nice to mention. Okay, which one? Titania? Please don't say Titania.
Eros.
Eros.
I heard was the name. Somehow, it got in him and lay dormant, and came with him back to the source. And when he tried to use...
After the Warrior of Darkness's fight with... What's his fucking face? The dipshit you were talking about with the eye in his forehead.
The the eye in his forehead.
Yeah.
Why am I blanking?
Are you
The
referring
Guardian?
Are you referring to Emmett Selk?
Yeah. Apparently there was an entire light show. I know that after that you went over the Warrior of Darkness over here and scoured him to see if there was any of this light poisoning still happen. Did you check his allies?
Admittedly, I thought I did, but maybe I missed something or overlooked it?
Or
Well,
maybe...
the amount of aether saturating the area. And to be fair, you were still relatively new with your abilities.
That is true.
Or
Missed it.
Or maybe the signature was much the same to the light that was used to everyone's body and stuff like that. Maybe Eros managed to hide himself within the signature somehow. That's
It
why
had
he
to have
missed
been
it.
small. Very small. And it only started to get worse after Atlas tried
That's the
to
thing.
break his limit.
Has he explained to you how light wardens work?
I do not know.
I don't
I would
know
like
much.
to, actually.
No.
Would you
I'm
like to
technically
explain?
not.
Or would you like me to?
I'm assuming Light Warden is much different to a regular Sin
This
Eater.
is your stuff.
Yeah, light wardens are a bit different.
Sorry, I just... still sort of processing how I could have possibly missed.
I'll go over it then. The issue of light wardens is not the fact that they're unkillable. It's the fact that if you kill them, you become one. Now, once upon a time, the sky here was not blue and we didn't have nighttime as we do now, which many people are still overjoyed about. It was eternally light here for a century, 100 years. But thankfully, because of this one, that's no longer the case. Now, because of his blessing of light, he was able to absorb the light. Other people cannot. Their souls can't handle it. When a light warden dies, the light goes into the nearest entity, usually the one that kills it, and they turn into a sin eater of mass proportion, aka a light warden. Because of his blessing, he could handle it, or so many thought until it got to the point where he almost became one. So that being the case, if your ally has a light warden in him, you would assume it to be a massive amount of aether. But if that was the case, he would have instantly turned. So, 2 questions. 1, does he have the blessing? And 2, how much aether did he have in him?
He does, doesn't he?
He does have the blessing.
Right. And he... What was he before he became his current profession?
I think it was...
I know it
wasn't
was
it
one...
Gunbreaker?
He was a gunbreaker.
It was Yeah.
Was he anything before that involved more
Didn't he
ethereal-
say he was a ninja? Or rogue?
No. If I remember correctly, he was a warrior when I last saw him here.
Because I would assume something like a summoner, a mage, somebody who channels high amounts of aether would have a high amount of aether to work with.
When we fought Emmett up that day 2 years ago, I know for sure I was a Dark Knight. If he was a
Remind me,
warrior,
is he one of the ones that you brought with him to handle Eden?
I can't remember.
Well, let's just say he did have a lot of aether. That would mean that if he struck the final blow on Eros, maybe there was just that
No.
teeny
That's
tiny
not
part.
how it works. Here's what I'm thinking, and that's
You destroy
my
it,
opinion.
you become it.
Keep in mind, this is her stuff, not me. But the blessing that you hold, it allowed you to hold much more light inside of you than others. The blessing itself is inherently light. Now, it might be the fact that he's a warrior that saved him. A lack of aether. As I said before, when you had your pretty little light show out in the middle of the fucking tempest, a lot of people watched. A lot of them. All across the sky there was shooting stars almost. Shots of light and darkness spread all across. All the way in Ilmeg, you could probably see it. But that being the case, how was it up close? It seems quite dangerous. All that energy. It doesn't get destroyed. It simply changes or moves. Disperses, maybe, but it'll become something else. Energy also has a tendency to be attracted or repelled. Now, say, for example, if just a little bit of that light, just enough, managed to hit someone, what do you think would have happened?
We would have
Or if
noticed.
it was a normal person, then yes. That amount of light, they would instantly become a sin eater. No saving them. But if it's someone with a blessing,
It's different.
no one noticed how it affected you when you tackled your first Light Warden, did they?
No. No, they didn't.
But even then, your blessing didn't hold out forever.
No.
One little crack, one little push, and that's enough. So remind me again, when did he start showing the affliction?
It was, well, I know by the time I had arrived, when I first met them, he was already puking. You were here, he couldn't really keep food down. He was throwing up, well, liquid light or whatever you call it. White shit.
Reminds me of those at Journey's Head. Did he get paler?
Got paler, much paler.
Yeah.
Became more. If any amount of aether was, I mean, even people standing by
The
him for too
slightest.
long, he would become like an animal.
Well, that makes sense.
That one-
Eros is a combination of animals.
That
It's a
one,
chimera.
he actually bit a chunk out of. Almost tore her whole fucking
It
throat out.
sounds like that he's had Eros the entire time, or at least enough of it to compel. It's definitely not the entire thing. If so, I believe he would be dead. But when did he start intaking mass amounts of aether?
Well, the last time?
How much aether did he use before this affliction started occurring? Was he a mage?
No. It's like
It was
11
just-
breaker.
Yeah, oh, like Thancred. Who can't use aether.
Right.
That's notorious for not using aether. Wow,
That's true, but though you mentioned something about him breaking his limit before all this started.
I remember hearing that. He had mentioned it
remember.
before.
As do I.
So, if I remember correctly, we're being attacked when all of us were down by the observatory. He suddenly got up and did a limit break to his full limit and immediately just passed out.
And what did you all do after?
Oh, we tried to put Aether back in him, but it wasn't taking it.
Wasn't? Are you sure?
Yeah.
Or did you not meet the cap that was set? So here's my
If I actually
did you break it.
No, we did not break it. I'm honest to God, we did not break it.
Are you sure?
I'm honest.
And
Could
you
be
can
wrong,
speak
but
to
it kind
the
of.
rest of your allies.
I'm honest.
I don't believe you. Because I'm gonna put this very simple and straight for you. If he was on limited Aether, his little blessing would be able to keep up. When there's too much Aether, that's when it breaks. That's when it begins to overwhelm you. That's when shit starts happening. You're lucky the sky hasn't turned into a beacon of light. So if you broke that little limit of his, and you gave him just a smidgen more Aether than the body could handle, where do you think it goes?
No.
It goes to the soul.
Where the
It
warden
goes
was
to the thing
residing.
he held in it. Exactly. Now imagine a barrier of light to protect your soul from primal influence. Made of light. Would it not let light in? Did you not house the wardens within your soul? That blessing didn't act like a barrier, but it acted like a cage.
Yeah. Yes, it did. Actually, you're definitely right. It did act like a cage. When I absorbed the light of the wardens, that cage must have shook a little bit because I puked up some of it.
It's seeping through the cracks. Eventually there's too much inside for it to bear and it begins to shatter or break. I'm sure you heard the noises. The cracks of your soul.
Yes.
I heard that you
2
almost
years
died
ago.
because of it.
I definitely almost died. But good thing I had Artbert there.
Yes, I'm not gonna ask about that, but I don't think he has an Artbert.
I don't think he would. That
With
would.
this little theory of ours that we can't test without seeing him. He is now intaking light because his limit has been broken. The body wants more light. The light instead goes into the soul. Aether is taken in, and, well, when the cage begins to rattle,
God, we may not even have time.
Would you not try to defend yourself? Would you not try to rebuild the cage, make it stronger? I assure you. They do it automatically. So he has a light warden within his soul, but it's not a light warden, it's just a fragment. But this fragment can grow, and when it becomes strong enough, it will consume the rest of him, and he will become Eros.
Well,
Just like every other fucking creature in the jungle when it happened over a century ago.
there's a catch to recent events. Wound up putting him in the hands of those same rangers. I'm not sure what they did. They merely left a letter saying that they have him and that he is stable.
whatever definition of stable means.
Well, I guess that's congrats. You have more time. Because at the rate it's going. Well, if you brought him here under ordinary circumstances, I think he would last... How much would you say? 5 minutes? Probably less.
Honestly, it would... I don't even think it would be 1 minute.
If he went to Amarang, it would be less than 30 seconds.
Yes, I did hear about the wall.
There's also the problem of his physical body. Head was severely, terribly damaged. Matter of fact, his fucking head came off. Yet, that fucking light warden thing kept his body alive.
Do you think senators are made of flesh?
Well, whatever it did, walked around, the Rangers took it away.
And let me say this. Pray that these ranger things actually are keeping him stable. Because if not, it sounds like he's rather close to going beyond the tipping point. See, there's a certain point that those that Journey's had can save them. But if they go past it, it's honestly better if you put them down before they become a Sin Eater. Luckily, that's lessened now with the Porksies, but that's how it was before. Cruel, but a necessity. So, pray that your friend is stable and does not progress any further. But maybe I'll give you the time you need. So, now that we have a little bit more of an understanding, we can get somewhere. And you should really, really hope that this theory holds true, because if not, he is going to die. And you will need to kill them. So, how do you plan to fix it? His body is in taking aether, converting it to light, which feeds into his soul, into Eros. His soul, which by the way has the blessing, automatically converts it to light to try to protect the soul, to rebuild the cage, but it doesn't go to the cage, it goes to the beast inside. So what do you do?
Something about etherical equilibrium was brought up earlier.
Eat it.
That's what I was thinking.
But that doesn't stop the inherent issue. Yes, you can equalize him, and that would stop him from becoming a Sin Eater, but that doesn't deal with the fact of, one, if you try to push in the aether, the little blessing is just going to convert it to light anyway, and go right back to Eros. 2, fucking Eros.
Make it worse.
3, too much aether. The more aether they gain, the more strength Eros gains. And the more...
Let's take it one step at a time. No.
Starve it. Starve it long enough, but then again, that could have inadvertent effects on the person.
No, because
That's
arrows
what
were just...
happens when you starve a beast. They get desperate.
I was just gonna say that.
The rangers in that cave is because we were stuck.
That too.
Yes. What would happen?
Eros' exact words is, what do you expect me to do other than go for the largest prey?
I want to fight of darkness.
Have a good trip.
I was thinking that. I was thinking that. So if we take our steps one thing at a time. We know that the blessing itself converts ether to light. I was thinking we definitely battle it with darkness ether, to be precise.
You would have to rewire. This is going to sound insane, but it sounds insane to my mind. But You would have to somehow, some way, rewire his blessing to, instead of converting it to light, convert it to darkness. I don't even think that's something that can be done, but
You should
that's not something that would work.
No, that doesn't make any sense.
It makes a lot of sense. The blessing is the problem. We break the blessing, it makes it easier for us to fix him.
But the problem with that would be, with how far gone he's gotten, you break that blessing, that might give this thing exactly what it needs to completely take him over and finish its
strength first.
You need to flush him of all the ether he currently has.
And then purge
Ryder. I'm...
Poison it.
I call it... Oh.
I mean, that's an option.
Oh, take a rest.
Big enough. And the cage
You've
is
had a
open.
long day. Go take a
Oh,
breather.
it may try to fight. But just kill
Night.
Good night.
Try to
That's why
now while it's still strengthened. Someone's going to get eaten.
That is true, which is why... Of course. We take the light from his soul. Take Eros' strength away. Afterwards, we focus on breaking the blessing.
Are there other places besides the first and the source?
Yeah, of course.
Yes.
Where do you think the White Sun come from? It's a place called the 13th.
What? The place overfloated with darkness.
Oh.
So, riddle me this. Is it conceivable, in a similar way we traveled here, that you could maybe, possibly travel to this void, this 13th?
As far as I know, I've never heard of a method that we could get to the 13th.
Oh, it's almost like...
Or at least not stable and safe.
Well, could you conceivably, if we took him and somehow dragged him
But I do remember what...
kicking and screaming?
Correct.
What?
It's unfucking believable.
Gaia,
I asked,
just
do you
stop this.
remember what seat I held? Ryder.
No, I don't.
You're a fucking idiot. Does the whole Eden thing not ring a bell? Does
I was
Mishra
going
not ring a bell?
to mention Eden.
I became a giant fucking tree woman and nothing. There's nothing there. Lost my memories. This is what I lost.
didn't hear about this.
It's full of cheesy bacons. I guarantee you it's full of cheesy bacons right now.
What?
It sounds horrid.
I need to step away for a minute.
Look, Gaia, just stop calling me dumb and just tell me.
Longriff?
Oh.
The Asian.
Yes, Ryder.
What about him?
The seat of Logriff.
I have a sneaky suspicion that there's something very clearly...
I'm gonna lose my fucking mind.
You held the seat of Logriff,
Do you
presumably.
need a moment to walk? Do you want to walk for a moment?
Nope, fix him. Fix him or I will. I heard that if you hit something hard enough.
Wow. Ooh.
No.
That's,
a concussion is not going to help him with memory.
It might. You never know. A good bonk on the head might be all you need. I got a good bonk on the head before.
Just wait a minute, Gaia.
Alright,
okay?
We're gonna walk you through this one more time. Do you know what Eden is?
Yes.
Okay, what is it? Tell me.
I would actually I would very much like to know.
It's going to be a conversation.
Ryder, what is it? We did an entire quest line, Ryder.
I'm well aware that I fought the Eden stuffany things, okay? I did that.
The Eden stuffany
things.
It's okay.
What?
Okay, wait. All right.
I'm just
wait.
gonna get this right.
So when me and Reen, okay, me, Reen, and I think
Keep that handy.
Yeah. Thancred was there, I think. We went.
He was.
Oh, him.
And Urianger as well.
Yeah, Urianger was there too. Yeah. We went out there, and we discovered that thing. And then we made a base of operations.
What is the object in question?
I'm trying to get there.
What does it do?
I'm gonna head out and rest for a little bit.
That's alright.
It is the very first Sin Eater.
We'll probably head out to do investigating either tomorrow or another day.
Oh, yeah.
No, so just call
Do
me.
you know who?
Come poke me. You say jump, I say ho
Or
hi.
coffee biscuits.
Alrighty.
No, I don't, Gaia. No, I
It
don't.
was Mitron, an Asian. Okay, you know Ardbird. You know the little warriors of light and how they caused the flood of light because they killed a shadow creature?
Yes.
Yeah, and after they did that, boom, flood of light.
Yes.
Well, in that flood, the very first Sin Eater was Mitron, who became Eden. Okay, there's
So-
two Assassins here.
Mitron and Logriff.
Yes. Keep
You're
going.
You're Logriff.
There you
right?
go. Was. Fuck.
Was.
I was about to say.
How the fuck did he win?
It's a long story. Just gonna put a tray of coffee biscuits and some fresh coffee for you, Pookie.
Your fucking problem. Okay,
You know,
let's
I
wrap this
feel.
up.
You know. I'm the guy who's technically not a part of any of these worlds yet.
Alright, now that we have this understanding, I am the Oracle of Darkness. Of course I know about the fucking 13th. I was an Asian, and while my memories are still faint, I do have some stuff. I remember some of the other shards. 13
Okay,
was
so,
one I didn't really touch because it was a failure.
Okay, but then the question comes back on how do we get there?
Well, how do you fucking think? How do you think Void sent to get there?
Portals.
How do you think Void sent to get... There you go! How do you think Void sent to get to the source?
Okay, but where's the portal to the 13th, Gaia?
Same way that fucking Void sent to go to the source, Ryder. How about you look for them, dipshit?
Oh, Gaia!
I missed this.
It's almost like...
Gaia, it's...
They were
and
like this a
look
few
for
years
them.
ago, I take it.
Because you have the ability
Oh,
to
very
search
much
and
so.
feel darkness. Dark
Though
Knight.
not necessarily with Gaia.
Okay, Gaia, that's true and all that jazz. That's great, I can do that!
Okay, then what can you?
Because, Gaia,
Yes.
shit's hard! Shit's hard!
Good.
Okay.
Get good.
I'm trying to get good, okay?
Well, trying's apparently not good enough. It's been 2 years, and this is all that's... Yep.
Okay, alright, alright,
So,
Gaia. Look here, Gaia!
Okay.
As I was saying.
You were asking for your own headaches on that one.
I was going to assume, judging from this conclusion, that we need to make a void gate in order to get to the 13th. In such a way that we don't accidentally cause a spillage of void scent coming our way instead.
keep in mind it's much like this place, except a lot worse. Well, the flood of light was managed to be stopped. The flood of darkness there did not, which means that everything there is saturated in it, and that can and will corrupt someone. So you will need
Without
protection
proper
if you do go
protection.
there.
Something about...
Especially you,
Yes. Considering that I'm not even...
creature of light.
I'm technically not even of the source.
We
Oh, we
could...
know.
When we...
You are blinding to look at.
When we get back...
I bet she adores you.
Use your words.
When we get back to the...
Yeah.
When we get back to the source... I'm gonna go to Radzahan. They might know something.
You know, maybe you shouldn't.
I think he might have the concussion.
Knocked enough wind out of him.
I'll speak.
You know, maybe you should actually come visit us sometime when you don't need something, or to talk to anyone, or to go somewhere.
A social visit wouldn't go
Any that kind of
amiss.
stuff. You know, maybe you could talk to Irene about how her father figure is doing and relay messages. It's been 2 fucking years, Ryder.
It would be nice.
Have you told to your Sherry yet?
If I recall correctly, last time I saw Rionje, he's doing fine.
Oh, that's good. I'm glad to hear. At
He
least
actually
one
takes
of them.
He actually has a habit of taking after my kind when he gets the chance, actually.
Like I said, Thancred is... I think he's taking a vacation. Somewhere.
Ryder?
Yep.
Oh, hey, look, it's both your dads. They're having a good time.
See, they're fine.
It is always nice to actually hear it, though.
Exactly. Oh boy.
Yeah, you better.
I know they're fully capable of handling themselves, but still, I always
Best
like
to
to
know
at least
for
hear
sure.
about it.
Now,
Never.
hypothetically, right? Scenario would be somehow we drag him kicking and screaming, because obviously it might be more Eros than him. If we drag him down into the void, would being exposed down there long enough work, or would there be more? Because I feel like the other part of the problem would be, I guess, figuring out how to.
And that's at this.
Sorry. You want to drag Atlas, your friend, with the Eros thing, into the 13th.
Would that cause
So I'd like
Eros
to first ask if you're stupid.
I mean, look, I'm not from either world, so I'm just kind of throwing darts at a fucking dart.
Do you know how
Wasn't a no.
That's a response.
Not a
ether.
Void's
And your
good
friend
blue
would be a
ether.
buffet.
You're taking something
I was going to say, he would be
merely
a
of
beacon.
Aether to a place
All of them would go
with
for him at once and
ether.
try to eat him.
Or
Yeah.
you tried to fight them for their ether.
That is also
Basically,
true.
they're
Either way,
saying-
it would not end well.
Basically, they're saying it's a really stupid idea. It's not gonna work.
Now, that would be one thing. Perhaps try it in a controlled environment. Don't go into the 13th.
Right.
Avoid them to you.
We have to pull one of those things over here.
Oh.
Listen,
Why don't you give
why not
yourself a
have them
couple
do
minutes?
I read in the books in the library that a long time ago, before the Flood of Light, when no Voidland could actually appear here, some people managed to create contracts with them.
Yes.
Contracts of
Yeah,
power in exchange for
I believe he
ether.
was telling me about that. The
Yes. The Reaper profession.
Wow, what
We
a
have a
shit
couple of
name.
those.
Anyway,
We have a couple of
Why
people
not
who
look
follow
into
that
that?
profession.
what?
I'm gonna lay down
The
now.
truth and only but the truth.
I'm gonna go lay down.
Should we get you water first?
We should probably take you to the.
He needs oxygen.
I'm gonna go lay down in a
Get him
clinic.
water. At least.
Yeah, I'll get him some.
Would you like a coffee biscuit, Ryder?
Nope. Only
You want a cheesy
bacon's for me.
cheesy bacon. I knew
I'm
it.
glad that you said my learned your lesson, Ryder. Maybe you should actually fucking listen next time.
You know, I still haven't
know,
tried
pay
a cheesy
attention.
bacon yet, despite all the times I've heard him talk about them.
I
I mean, they're
swear.
greasy as hell. That's for sure. It is.
It sounds like it.
I like
It is a
yourself.
beef patty, cheese, bacon
back
in between two buns.
I'm in here.
I'm fine now. My
That's
anger saved.
definitely a lot of griefs.
No, it's fine. Look, my anger got me back to normal. I'm fine.
I don't need any other power. This is the best one.
I mean, it is a nice looking hammer.
I can
won't
already
lie
tell
to
you're
you.
going to have so much fun with your hammer.
It is. I know
Right.
that Eden sucked ass, but listen, I got to get like really big and had a hammer, and I could do all special like dark shit. That was fun.
Yeah, can we go back to the part
I
where
mean,
you
sure,
turned into
I'm
a
allowed to
tree?
do that because someone else is.
We're not doing that. I am getting out of here.
Story about Shiva who fucked a dragon and then got eaten by that
What?
dragon. You were like, yeah, I'd be that.
That's
What?
not.
Yeah, that's a long story.
That's not entirely how that
That's
went down, at
basically-
least according to my version.
But
At least
that's
from my
basically how
history
that went.
knowledge.
But to be fair, although yes, it was a bit troublesome with the whole situation with Eden, if we never did it, then we wouldn't have like Eden currently, like the place, and I would have never met you.
To me, my love, may we never part again. Flashes everyone in a flash of light and only has a dragon covering them.
What?
I'm sorry, what?
Okay.
Well, that
Okay,
sounds
you're
like
gonna have
a
to explain
crazy
to me
weekend.
what the
Look,
what
I-
God what in Heidelin's name
in my
Zodi
right
Eden even
mind
does.
At the time. Oh.
Okay,
Yeah.
may we please? Because while in your head it may seem like a reasonable idea, the best case scenario is that it would somehow dark would not be converted into light, and thus equilibralize him. Worst case scenario,
Hold
he is
on.
now in a place of infinite
eaten.
ether.
Hold, that would
Oh,
not put
the-
him into equilibrium.
No, that would just start
If you
flooding
know
him with
anything about
darkness
what happened
instead.
in Eden, not quite. No, light
I-
and dark. They clash. They negate. That's what they do. That's not going to equalize him. The most that's going to do is
Nullify.
just decrease the light. This decrease the
It's
amount
gonna
of
slow it at
ether.
most.
And depending on how
Think
much is
of it
taken
like
over him, he may be left with
Positive
no ether.
1 plus negative 1. It makes 0. That's sort of the same thing, but that's not going to equalize him.
No.
He's all the other affinities. That's what we had to do at Eden.
So, what you did
Pour
with
a bit
Eden
of
was
each element into it.
reintroducing each element of ether to create land anew. I'm assuming.
Very carefully.
Then after you decrease the amount of ether in him, and keep it that way, and get rid of the blessing.
Mm-hmm.
And
It
then
would
get,
be the last step to do.
and then
Right, if that's the
reintroduce
case, I
each
can't
element.
help you with the whole blessing shit.
I don't know anything about it.
I
do
wouldn't
not
even
have
know
it
how.
myself.
I wouldn't even know how you would get
you
rid
know.
of a blessing.
Yeah, no, that step is out of my
Maybe you could ask
expertise.
Ryder. Maybe
What
something
is-
like that happened to him before.
When he
That
is
was something I was
recovered
thinking
from.
of asking to see if there was any previous incidents about, well, the blessing either having been broken or dimmed down or something. At least that Ryder
That was a
would
fun
know.
lore drop.
Because as far as I'm aware, the blessing of light means you're chosen by Heidelin
I still can't
herself.
believe I could have missed.
She's not around no more, is she? From what I've heard,
No.
right?
Situation.
No.
It's understandable, really.
She's gone.
True.
As much as it pains me to
Could-
say.
Thanks, though, for your help with explaining it.
So a
Anyway.
reasonable solution would be to do basically a miniature version of Eden, or I guess person scale of Eden.
Roughly so. I mean, you could do that, or you could do the whole thing that the porksies were made for. That's literally what they do.
And I already assumed, due to the nature of how much ether is required to make a porksy, well, with its equilibrizing purposes, it would take like 3 people to 1 person. Presumably at Journey's Head where they're being treated, from what I've heard.
Roughly so.
But this is,
But also keep in
well,
mind
a burgeoning
that this
light
place is
warden,
still
so who knows how
saturated
many
in
people
light.
it would take. Or if we would even have the porksies necessary.
1 porksy I found is usually good enough, but the more ether you put into it, the more it will put out.
And obviously there is the factor of the blessing of light converting ether into light.
Ether into light. That is the main problem that needs to be taken care of.
That's fair. After all, I think hopefully, well, everything you learned today can help you with your friend.
I've gotten a
We'll
lot of
probably be
information.
here for a while longer. I think the other idea, a good idea, would be to, I guess, I mean, is it possible to learn more about Eros? Like, was it always a light warden, or was it something before it became Eros?
I mean, why not talk to the V's?
That's a start.
I
If they came from Raktika, Fenau, then they would know about Ronka. That whole area, that's sort of where it happened. It happened in Raktika Great Woods. From what I know of it, it's a chimera. When the flood of light occurred, there was a bunch of different animals in the jungle that were forcefully meshed together to create Eros. So,
I
probably
see.
the eldest.
It's
Or
the same-
was the eldest Light Warden.
I'm
Besides
assuming the
Titania.
same
We
is
can go
true
off
for
of.
the rest of the light wardens.
Besides Titania.
Besides
I'm sorry?
Titania. I was asking
he
whether or
talked
not
to
the other light
her
wardens are a
yet?
similar story.
Holminster's was, that was a person because that one kept transferring. A lot of them kept transferring over and over and over. You're in Ovathri, so I'm not going to touch that one. There was the one in Amarang, which I don't know much about that one.
And I would know even less.
I'm not sure if that was a person or a creature or what that was.
I'm unsure. But we're focusing on Eros right now. Maybe we have a good few leads to follow up on.
I mean, yeah, it's partially why we came here. Maybe we could find a weakness of it. Something we can, I don't know, use.
If we have a need to research Eden more, we can see about calling upon you again.
Of course. If anything, I'll make sure to pass by while you're still here, in case if you need to ask anything
Of
else.
course. And presumably
Thank
if
you.
Gaia needs to bonk Ryder over the head again.
That is also true.
Good luck. In the short time that I've known him, no. Good luck.
So I did say I would at least head to the clinic myself, if only for the sake of, well, discussing with the Bafgar.
Yes, I do.
Your
he's
boss.
still here. Yes, no, we do need to do some research.
I thought you were supposed to be at the clinic.
Jokes on you, Gaia. I'm at the inn right now and I'm resting.
So she's gonna walk over and cave your fucking head in. Yeah.
Yeah, you
Just. But what about our coffee biscuits?
How dare you send me a fourth dimensional warning?
I wish I had time to try one myself.
Ryder, you are interrupting my coffee biscuit.
I'll bring you some.
Sorry, I'll shut off the leash.
Yeah.
Good night.
After all, as far as I can tell, I'm assuming your boss is probably going to try and draw blood from me, at least for research purposes.
Actually, we
Yes.
might need him alive. I think we still need him to get back home. when all this is said and done.
Well, yeah, I would prefer you not kill Ryder. No matter how, even as much of a doofus as he is.
Leave him at least enough of a brain to work with. Thank you for your
At
help.
least drop him off at the clinic when you're finished.
I mean, I wasn't expecting to learn all of this today.
A lot
No,
to think
neither were
about,
we.
and a lot of possibilities on how we could fix him. Though, it's better to rule out the practicalities of it now that I've learned a lot more.
It's better to get the theories out of the way first, and then you can work on the actual concept.
Because if what I'm... Where's Victor?
He may have taken the aetherite.
Highly possible. I usually tend to enjoy walking, but that might just be the place where I usually live doesn't have these.
Walking helps with circulation.
True, true. Which will be useful considering I'm likely going to have a needle stuck into me soon. But that's okay.
Yes, a needle.
Oh boy, how much is she going to want? I would prefer...
make no promises.
I would prefer to be conscious by the time we're next setting out.
Oh, no, you will. Like,
But it's going to
there's
hurt.
no doubts about that. You will. Yes, no,
Couldn't we go this direction to the clinic, or
Yeah, yes, no.
just
if
to prevent
you-
having to go up and down stairs?
That's fair.
Plus, at the very least, this may, at least in the intervening time, while Ryder is presumably either both A, recovering, and B, plotting a route for us to follow for investigations, I can at least attune to the Aethernet network here. Even if I definitely will not have the etheric capacity to be able to warp here like Ryder does.
Yes, no, we're still quite, it's a marvel how he does that.
Yeah, possibly a density of ether, which, well, from what I've heard from Gaia, at least allowed him to, well, hold the ether of a good chunk of light wardens. I don't think she specified a number, actually.
Oh, he was... I do not know.
So if that's the case, then the likeliest factor is that Ryder held most of the light warden energy, or ether, but Atlas got a small piece of Eros somehow. Either that or Eros went into Atlas instead.
I believe Ryder had been through 3 places before he finally found himself here. So
I see.
I do not know if that equates to the number of light wardens that he absolved, but it's a theory.
I see.
If you would like to take an empty cot, and I will prepare the materials.
Fair enough, fair enough. Oh. Hang on. Let me just... There. Hey, we got a use out of it. Nope. There we go. Well, I mean, after all, I imagine your boss and pretty much everybody at the clinic is probably going to want to learn as much as they can about me.
Oh yeah, no, the more that will come in, the more that will be
Yeah.
intriguing.
Which, well, stands to reason, frankly. I don't think I have a counterpart in this reflection.
I don't believe so, no.
Which would stand to reason as, well, I might as well share as much as I can anyway. in my, well, I guess in the source, I suppose, my kind, the Loporrits, reside on the moon.
Okay.
It was a... Presumably, if there are Loporrits here, then they haven't had the ability to come down. We managed to find a way through collaboration with, well, nations of technology. Or Magitech, really.
Alright.
Yeah.
Well, I'll have to raise this. You'll have to explain this as we go through the
That's okay.
tests.
That's okay. I expect as much out of this. After all, I wouldn't be surprised if the more I do talk about myself, the more interesting I end up becoming to them.
The more questions there are going to be.
I already know Bunchacha already took my measurements to presumably make plushies of me.
Mm-hmm.
Given how many people were taken by me, including that nice Hrufgar lady, or Rondo lady here.
Oh, that's okay. You can use your terms if it's more comfortable.
I mean, I might as well try and get used to the terms here. Plus, I won't lie, Wicked White definitely seems to roll off the tongue faster than me saying bye Heidelin. But then again, as opposed to them swearing with that, I replace it with the word Zodiarch instead, which is a different figure. I think in the mythologies it was a figure of darkness.
I've only known bits and pieces of the source from when he first came here.
Well, I wish for... I mean, I like to give information where I can, at the very least. Usually in the interest of helping something run better or helping, well, the books, I suppose. Helping tomes get written of knowledge.
Oh, yes, no, there will be a number of tomes written.
Just for little old me, huh?
Well, you and the things that you know.
Fair enough. Knowledge of the source provided by Moon Rabbit.
Small Moon V gives knowledge about things.
Tiny V from Reflections Moon discusses knowledge.
You'll be famous.
I think I'd be as famous as Ryder. I haven't saved this world, nor the other world.
That's a high bar.
I mean, true, but I am thankfully not as silly.
I will give you that. But
yet, anyway, he has yet to infect my mind with his cheesy bacon or whatever.
It is a strange recipe that he brought with him about them.
The thing is, it's just, as far as I'm aware, it is just,
It is a burger with cheese.
Yeah, it's the same recipe as, like, a thing from the nation we were actually collaborating with, or at least my kind was, but just adding... Was it cheese or adding bacon? I'm not sure. One of them. Or both. I'm not actually sure. It was just the same recipe from those people, but just adding a couple more, and that was it.
I tried to make one for him before he left the first time he was here, just as a parting gift.
Oh.
Not the best.
Well, it's the thought that counts on that.
True. Yes, no, they all gathered up to leave, and gave you one before he left. They asked me if I wanted a crystal to return to the source, and I responded, I don't need to return to the source, I live here.
Yes. I do also realize, talking about the whole Reaper thing, I believe on the other side, you are a Reaper. So,
really?
I suppose when we do head back, I'll at least bring up the possibilities.
Yeah, you'd have to, I mean, if other me, it's a weird thing saying.
It is a bizarre thing
Other
to
me-
state. I was questioning whether or not there was another me on this side.
Strange thing. If other me is one of these Reapers that has
It's easier to
knowledge
say
about
parallel
B13,
worlds connected. A reflection in a mirror.
Shards, yeah.
Yeah.
Yes, if they do have knowledge of this 13th, and you do plan on somehow going there, I do bring it up with them. They'll probably... If they're anything
Because
like
as stated,
me,
they
they'll
do
probably
bring
have
up...
a number of
They try to
theories and
do...
ideas.
Yeah, as stated, Reapers form pacts with Voidsent. Usually decently strong to actually pretty strong ones. For give me strength, and in exchange I will let you devour the ether of my enemies. Usually, that's a pretty good deal as a trade-off. Because they operate off of, service for service, or, ether for good, etc.
Yeah.
They're not a money trading kind.
Payment for services rendered.
Exactly. Yeah.
It's a fair and system.
Which makes sense. The only factor is what Voidsent would be willing to try and take the aether of a burgeoning light warden, but leave the man inside alone.
Either, if they're anything like Sin Eaters, either a very strong or very stupid one. Or both.
Because it's no good trying to get a small horde. That'll just be devoured.
You are most likely... It is also increasing numbers would lead to difficulty...
Controlling.
In management. Yes.
Yeah.
So ideally,
and well,
you would need one.
I already know how much trouble Ryder has controlling the situation even here. With only 6 people he decided to bring across. 3 of which he had to give crystals to.
Well, that's better than what happened last time when the Crystal Exarch pulled 6 of them.
Yes, I did hear about the stuff regarding,
more than
souls.
6. He pulled the entire Scions, I believe they're called, plus 6 of Ryder's friends before he finally got Ryder.
Really bad with a fishing rod, isn't he?
I can't
with a weird
understand
I mean, on the one hand,
how the summoning works, but...
I mean, on the one hand, I question how you can miss your target so many times. Even if they're relatively similar in etheric density, I suppose.
My theory was that he was aiming for Ryder, but with so many people around him,
it accidentally snagged another, getting in the way.
He accidentally snagged another.
So it was only when Ryder was properly alone when he tried that he actually got him.
It was only when Ryder was properly, finally by himself, that he was managed to track down and pull Ryder.
Right. But yes, we should probably at least take a rest before they arrive, anyway.
I would recommend resting before they arrive, yes.
After all, it's going to be a busy evening with that.
I will at least say that you will be able to be up and about by tomorrow.
That's good, at least. If nothing else. Yep. I guess we can end it there, yeah. And just respawn.
Yep.
Yeah, alright.